I ate Chipotle earlier and prayed for mercy. He goes, my prayers were not answered. I took the meanest shit of my life.
Damn, son.
Damn, son, yeah. This is the retarded shit I'm dealing with. Alright, continue. Ugh. Oh, man, back at the farm. I always start at the farm. Also, I always start at the farm, right?
Yeah, I didn't actually get around to watching through your last episode, just so you know.
It was mostly me really tired because I just got off work from a really long day.
Oh, I knew I forgot some mods. Fuck. I'll have to get them.
Yeah, I basically. Oh no!
Actually,
Shit! You know that puzzle where you got to wind sprint through the gate.
Oh yeah, that one's always fucking annoying.
Yeah, I got tired. I was tired and grumpy while streaming, and like it was just
You gotta like
really quiet.
you gotta hit it right as you gotta hit the shout right as you're running past the first fucking sensor.
Yeah, I kind of just no-clipped through it because I couldn't be fucking bothered. I'm like, I did it for like, it was 10 minutes. It was a really bad stream. I was exhausted. I shouldn't have streamed.
Yeah.
Like...
It's probably better I didn't notice, huh?
Yeah. No, it was just me quietly dying in the same dungeon like 3 times.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, the 2 of them was because well, actually all 3 of them were because I kept trying to jump from the height, because I'm like, oh, the water will save me, it will not.
Oh yeah, if it's not floating height, it won't save you.
Yeah.
Because you know, in real life, if like water's 2 feet deep, you're gonna snap your fucking legs.
Yeah. All right, what do I need to do now? I suppose I should join the companions.
Oh yes, the worst quest line in Vanilla Sky.
Oh, it is. But you know, I realized
that essay really woke me up to that, because I always knew it was kind of mid, but I never remembered it being like that fucking bad. Like I knew it wasn't like, it was definitely like the weakest of the side quest lines, but I didn't think it was like that bad.
Well, you know,
oh,
like how it makes you, how it's 4 quests.
It's basically just a side quest generator.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's also my other problem too, is that you know how everyone always talks like, oh, stealth archer. Well, the game kind of railroads you into being a stealth archer because the stealth factions are the best in the game.
Yeah, and that's why, at least since my first...
That's still not saying much.
Yeah, and that's why ever since, like, my first fucking playthrough, I've never done the, Stealth Archer style anymore. Because I feel like it just, like, it's so easy that it just kills the game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for this stream, I was gonna just have a shitpost, like, have you two, like, have a discussion, right? And then I was just gonna be fucking stealth grinding in winter and fucking.
I gotta say though, after finding out that the dude fucking did most of the side quest lines, like a lot of the side quest lines in fucking Skyrim, the fact that he did the main quest line in fucking Fallout 4, I don't really give the dude credit anymore, even though he did the fucking Oblivion Dark Brotherhood.
What the fuck?
Neil Peglerio.
Oh, right, that reminds me, I've never actually played through the DLC content. Or Dragonborn, I mean. I've played through some of the vampire stuff.
It's, like, the real, like, good shit is just the environment and the Morrowind nostalgia. Outside of that, it's kind of like, that's okay.
Oh, what's this? What's this? Actual options and dialogue? Yes, I am Dragonborn. The Greybeards seem to think so. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who are you talking to? I'm still not in the stream yet.
Cultist. They're from the Dragonborn DLC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go, this is what...
Also, I've been playing Morrowind off stream, because...
Yeah, I did a bunch too. I've been playing ESO again, actually.
See, What? Bruh. These cultist motherfuckers are attacking me in the middle of Whiterun. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
I know you're doing a vanilla playthrough for your thing, but if you weren't, I would have suggested using Dragonborn delayed until after Dragonslayer, because really, Dragonborn is essentially an epilogue DLC. And I would say maybe delay Dawnguard till like level 20 or 25, because that's really what it's balanced around. So it's kind of dumb that both of the quests, like, they give you both of the quests around like level 10.
Those robes are fucking sick. Oh, I wish I was playing a mage.
Yeah. I think the mask and like the boots or something are armor, so you can actually upgrade them.
Yeah.
But like the rest of it isn't, I think.
The mask is heavy armor. I can wear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. But is it better than my current helmet?
I think it might be based on chitin heavy, but I'm not sure.
What? Still 32, 27. Oof. I'm really tempted just because it looks cool though, but I'm never gonna see it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I'm being propositioned by the Dawnguard. Sure.
Yeah, that's why I said those fucking delay mods are kind of fucking useful for that reason.
They both showed up at once the moment I went to Whiterun.
Yeah, it's as soon as you hit level 10.
That's fucking fun.
And I think it's... Well, with Dragonborn, it's A, once you hit level 10, and B, as soon as... It's either when you get the horn, or I think when the Greybeards call you, I can't remember. That the Dragonborn one will activate, but the Dawnguard one will just activate at level 10, because it's obviously not related to you being a Dragonborn.
God, I hate this UI. It's so shitty.
Are you really gonna, like, railroad yourself in the vanilla so hard that you wouldn't even use, like, Sky UI?
Yes, I need to suffer for this.
Fair enough.
That, and I'm trying to get the achievements. That's why I started this playthrough. I wanted to get the achievements. Oh, I'm scared. Shall inherit the earth and the earth. We are not the elves. Alright. What am I doing? I'm going to dragons. I'm doing the fucking... I just realized the only reason I like Jarl Balgruuf is because of memes.
Yeah, you know what fucking threw me for a loop?
What?
I was playing Resident Evil 4, right?
Uh-huh.
That voice actor plays the main bad guy of that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's and he sounds so fucking similar. Like with the way he plays them, so it's like, what the fuck? Cause you know, Resident Evil 4 came out like what? 6 years before Skyrim?
It's me, Jarl Ballin.
Here to inject a parasite into your neck, Lamau.
Oh yeah, I'm about to meet the bastardized version of the blades. I fucking hate that they did that.
Yeah, I'm hoping like they do something better with them in Tez 6.
Well, I really hate what Skyrim did with a lot of the lore in general, to be honest.
I do like the idea of the Great War and the fucking, like, what they could do with that. I just hope they don't make the fucking Thalmors cartoonish in fucking 6.
You know they're gonna be.
I mean, we'll have to see, like, we'll have to see how they handle things in Starfield to get an idea of, like, how the writing quality in 6 is gonna be. Because that's gonna be the game they make. That's gonna be the game they make directly after that, so.
Yeah. Oh, did you see...
Yeah, continue.
Did you see that the trannies are the like transphobia is becoming an issue around Hogwarts Legacy?
It's been a thing for months because Veteran hasn't shut the fuck up about how people are bitching, and he's like he's really malding about it. Which, to be fair, I don't blame him, but yeah.
Oh no, it's like it's a. I need to.
Some nights I dream.
So is your friend not joining? I'm guessing.
I don't know. He might pop in a little bit later. He might.
Alright.
He might be busy. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm almost done. Just setting up this mod stuff.
How do I
then
join
I'll
the
go.
companions again?
Just walk. I thought you already did.
Did I? I might have.
Yeah, you did that like in like this third stream, I think.
Which one is this?
Yeah, you did. I remember you doing it.
Oh right, I got one of those Radiant quests. It was so fucking generic. I didn't. You know, I didn't realize it was a quest for the companions. I'm sure that's the problem.
Thankfully, you don't have to do actually that many of them. It's mostly if you just want to do extra shit. After you become a werewolf, you can pretty much railroad the main storyline of that faction without doing any of the Radiant shit. Thankfully,
Shame that being a werewolf is literally useless.
it's not. You can you get disease disease immunity. So even if you don't like, that means if you don't want to become a vampire, it's a block on that.
I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how many times I've caught a fucking disease in Skyrim.
Whenever you fight fucking vampires, it's a high possibility.
Oh yeah.
Because any melee attack from a vampire can give you it. You know, even if they're wielding a fucking sword for some reason.
You can't scare me into submission.
Like, you know, like distance and reach, it just seems weird. Right?
Let's go. Come on. Let's see what you're made of.
I'm a Khajiit, bitch. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were playing Khajiit.
Yeah, because I asked chat.
You're tougher than you look.
Anyone watching it, by the way?
No.
Alright. I'll be in there in a second. I just wanted to get my new character set up really quick. Sucks I don't have a second screen at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can link the stream to a couple people, and they might be able to watch it.
Why don't you throw Tom and a few people?
Oh, they're asleep right now.
True. They were in the server a little bit ago.
Yeah, that means they've gone to bed.
Yeah. Alright, now I'm starting a new save. I'm gonna play a Shroom Elf.
Some people don't think it's kind of fun to push people around sometimes, isn't it? Good work, bro. Skjor was looking for you earlier. Don't know. I don't like making him angry, but there is some work for you if you want it. There you are.
I mean, most of it's fine. Just the jaw.
Seems has come.
Also, this.
Scholar came to us. Said he knew where we could find another fragment of He seemed
Go on.
cool to me.
Oblivion's like talking thing works better than this fucking Skyrim's.
Well, you will be happy because that's what they're doing in Starfield.
Good.
They started doing it with 76 first, to be fair, but yeah.
We've decided this will be your trial. Vargas will be your shields. He'll answer any question. Try not to disappoint.
What are we doing?
Oh, is that over in the mouth category? Okay.
I mean, I'll be real with you. The weapons.
I hope you've read it yourself. So I'm told.
Continue.
See if you impress.
They've moved all.
Next time, we should keep moving. I'll show you what
Yep.
I can about protecting yourself.
How do I put this? The weapons. They removed the weapons to one-handed and two-handed, but also in doing so, they've kind of removed any mechanical difference between any of the fucking weapons, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's not much besides the speed differences between the types.
Yeah, but you know, I don't.
That's the only major difference from what I remember. The swords are the fastest but do the least damage, and the maces are the slowest but do the most damage.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah, that's one thing I'm hoping is more variety with a lot of the mechanics.
You know,
Since they're leaning into the RPG mechanics more with Starfield, I really hope we got some of that.
Yeah.
Have you ever got around to looking at that Starfield demo I told you about?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
I think it looks promising, a promising direction for Bethesda after the last couple of games.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm hoping with the resurfacing of like CRPGs and stuff. I think it's promising that for them to.
It's also probably because they've also heard loud and clear that that people loved New Vegas so much.
Yeah. Oh no, my cabbages.
So they're probably gonna try to like give me a second. I'm a member of a guild. Yeah. Never mind. I guess I don't have that mod installed, that's fine. No, that's not what I want. Ah, you motherfucker. Gotta reload. I'm gonna start as a refugee from Holland.
I just hope they don't use 20 voice actors again.
I know it's the meme, but Skyrim actually had 70.
Could have fucking fooled me.
Yeah, a lot of it I think is DLC and the unique characters like that have specific voices for them.
Yeah.
Looks like someone's been digging here, and recently.
I mean, compared to Oblivion's what, like 15?
Tread lightly.
Yeah.
I think Fallout 4 had a decent amount more, and like based on what they've said, fucking Starfield has like 250k plus lines of dialogue, and that was before the end of the year when they said that. Compared to Fallout 4's 110,000, I think they said, and Skyrim's like 70k, I think, when all the DLC were included.
Yeah. You know, really what I want.
What I want is a scaled up map. I really want a fucking I'm not talking like Daggerfall because that's too extreme, but I want like I want at least like maybe Just Cause size at least would be cool.
The problem is the bigger the maps get, the less it feels like there's shit to do in them.
It depends on how much they pack into it. Bethesda has a lot more people. What, Mom? Give me a second. I gotta pause my fucking mic. God damn it.
Now, while waiting, I will react to a random news story. Oh, you're back already? Okay.
Yeah, she was just asking about when the store across the street closed.
Oh, I was gonna do a bit while you were gone. I was gonna go to my Google News, scroll through, and pick a random news story and just talk about it.
What were we talking? Oh yeah, the scale of the world. I think Bethesda only had around 100 staff when they made Skyrim. It was like 150 to 200, I think, with Fallout 4. Supposedly they have 400 plus working on Starfield, and that could expand with TES 6. Also, they've in Todd's recent interview, like I don't know if you know who Lex Friedman is. I never really heard about them too much before that interview, but I watched it. Todd mentioned that they've been hiring modders
Yeah.
to actually work with those, so that's cool.
Yeah, I know they've been doing that. I don't know. Morrowind feels massive to me.
Well, that's because Vardenfell is actually comparable size-wise to Skyrim. They actually scaled down when they went to Oblivion. Yeah, if Oblivion stuck with the size that fucking Morrowind had, like the scaling compared to the Tamriel map, Oblivion would have been about 3 times bigger. But you know, 360 and RAM and shit.
Yeah.
The reason Morrowind could get away with it is the model and texture quality was so fucking low that they could make a map that size, plus the view distance.
Yeah, but I mean, Morrowind feels big because there's something in every fucking corner, you know?
Yeah. I feel like Skyrim does it a bit better than Oblivion in that aspect.
Well, yeah,
like
but
Oblivion feels like a lot more copy paste in a lot of areas outside of the cities.
That's because they use Realtree and stuff.
Well, that's not 100% true. They used it in their first pass, but then they said, this looks like shit, we're gonna go back and, like, hand tweak a bunch of this shit.
Oh yeah,
when they did their initial landscape pass earlier in development, they used it, but then they replaced a lot of the trees. So yeah. How much money do I got right now? 100 gold, not very much.
It's a blessing given to some of us. We could be like wild beasts, fearsome.
All right, I said I was gonna.
You're gonna make me a werewolf?
Prove you're on.
Yeah, I really don't like how they didn't give you an option. It's so stupid.
I really wish Elder Scrolls would either commit to
That's the one thing I'll give Dawnguard the credit for, is they give you the fucking choice in that DLC.
Yeah.
Like, man, if we could have played as a Silverhand, that could have been really cool.
Well, yeah, the Silverhands are interesting.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could have fucking expanded on that and did it better. But, yeah. Alright, I'm watching the stream now.
Yeah, we just got jumped by the Silverhand for the first time.
God, I've done this quest so many fucking times. Like I said, I always go far enough, usually my playthroughs, to just unlock the werewolf. And then I just... Either I just, go out of my way to just complete it as fast as possible. Like this quest line, because, I usually have Legacy of the Dragonborn installed, which, as I said, is one of my favorite mods. So it is kind of worth completing this for some of the artifacts.
Yeah.
Just to put on display, at least. Because they have because the Shield of Ysgramor and Blue Thread have a very, like, it's not like one of the side displays, it's like one of the main displays in the museum, so... So it's kind of important.
Yeah. Well, it also feels like the game was only meant to be played up to level 20.
Why are you leaving, by the way?
This is my second time doing this quest, and the first time I did it was when Skyrim came out.
Yeah, you need to go back in.
Yeah, I realized that. I'm back in the thing already.
Oh, yeah, okay. Delay. I don't know how long it is, though, so do me a favor, jump. Right now. I'll have to see how long it takes for the stream to do it. Did you do it, by the way?
Yeah, I jumped. I stopped and jumped. I'm still in the same space.
Holy fuck, this is this is an even worse delay. That was like 25 seconds. Holy fuck.
Ah, Tyler will join in a bit.
Cool.
Beautiful. Alright.
I will be back in about
Okay.
a minute or two.
What's the hurry? What was that? Not the best. You puny wolf. Victory is right.
What's good?
I'm just lockpicking a master lock.
Still fighting the, what you call them is on my screen. Silverhand fuckers. Now you looting some dude. Alright. Oh, that chest.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever... I don't know if I ever found that one before. I know what area of the dungeon you're in, so I'll have to look for that when I go there in my playthrough. Yeah, I've been doing my Morrowind, my first real Morrowind playthrough, you know, one where I don't just, like, get tired of the early game and give up. Because the early game, that's the big problem with, that's, I think, what turned off most players with Morrowind, is the early game is rough. Especially if you don't have a well-crafted build.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I got a, you know, fuck this thing.
Man, with the amount you broke, I would have just reloaded, fuck.
Yeah, I don't care. Lockpicks are fucking everywhere. You forget, I'm also gonna go do the Thieves Guild as a heavy armor user.
Yeah. I've already told you the easy solution for that.
Yeah, Muffle, I know.
And it's, Muffle is one of the best, spam skill leveling, spells. For, leveling illusion. Wait, yeah, it is illusion. It's the flush spells, and I can't remember what other telekinesis, I think, is also alteration. Trying to remember what other fucking spells are under that tree. You got a level, by the way.
How do you drop shit again?
It's right on the screen.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, why are you carrying so many swords?
Oh, because they're worth 100 gold a pop.
Bro, I already explained this to you before. Value plus weight.
Yeah. They're worth 100 gold.
Yeah, how much do they weigh? They weigh 14, that's not worth it. You want to go for, like, necklaces and shit. By the way, since you're going Thieves Guild anyways, can I recommend a good, some good stealing locations? Once you get in there.
Sure. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna upgrade my sneak.
I know you're focusing on the companions right now, but I would actually suggest fucking going over to Rift End and just getting that started. Because as soon as you unlock the fence, that's useful.
Yeah.
So I would just, for now, just so you have it, I would go far enough to just unlock the fence.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I'll be real with you. My Morrowind start is off.
Hmm?
Morrowind is off to a good start for me.
Also, why aren't you streaming Morrowind? That'd be awesome.
Because I want to learn the game, and I need.
But that's part of the fun. It's like show like you learning how the game works.
Oh fuck! I didn't mean to pick that up. Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun stream, especially
Yeah.
if we're both shooting the shit, like fucking
I'm
chatting while.
I'm currently running it through as a Redguard heavy armor fighter character called the Booty Warrior. After I watched the Boondocks.
I'm playing like a Nord, spell rogue. So he's mostly like, cause stealth isn't really viable in Morrowind, so I'm not even bothering with that. But I'm going light armor, like lockpicking, stealing type shit. Because thankfully, most NPCs in Morrowind don't have patrol paths. They just stand in one spot the whole game.
Yeah.
So as long as you're out of their line of sight, you can just steal shit.
Oh yeah, no, I already broke into. I used an exploit I learned. You know that thing where you steal the silver platter? Yeah, you can keep stealing shit after that with that technique. As it
I'm
turns
not
out.
super familiar with that one. I'll have to look it up.
So
I think I've heard about it.
When you first make your character.
Frogger, I'm gonna start appearing, by the way.
Oh, I know. When you first make your character, there's a steel platter behind the guy who.
By the way, I noticed you haven't been actually bashing with your shields.
Oh, I have been, just not as much.
It's useful for stunning enemies.
Yeah, I typically use it on spellcasters. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, but like if there's a enemy that's doing a lot of damage on you, that's a good way to just break their attacks, and you can get some hits in. It's also useful against dragons because it will knock them out of their fire breath when they're on the ground.
Yeah, no, you can use that, and then you can get the key.
Still playing on Adept, right?
No, I turned it down in the last stream. I'm like, fuck this.
Man, it's been years since I played on anything lower than Adept.
Listen, man, Skyrim's boring enough. I don't want to sit here and fight the game while doing it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing my my first fucking Stormcloak playthrough in years because yeah, I never realized like how much like the Stormcloaks are definitively the good guys.
Yeah.
Like even the argument that fucking that people try to go like, oh boy, the Stormcloaks be racist, Lamau. Not really. Like the biggest point people use is that fucking the drunk and the homeless dude. Both of them aren't even members of the Stormcloaks. And like they're not the top brass, they're not the ones leading it, and they let the player character, no matter what race they are, fucking join. So it's like, and I suppose that you could make the argument, oh, that's just a gameplay factor, but it's not just a gameplay factor because Bethesda has actually included racially locked. What? Right, what was I saying?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they have had racially locked features before, like in in this game, like you can when you do the Thalmor infiltration quest, you know, the embassy in the main quest, right? You can, if you're I think a high elf or a fucking a wood elf. I think it's mainly if you're a high elf though. If you get the hooded Thalmor robes from like a Thalmor agent out in the wild, you can have it smuggled in and wear it, and you can just walk around in the embassy. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to find, Sorry,
Again, this is where field bashing would be useful.
Yeah, I know, I was shield bashing them. Ah!
Hello.
Top Autist has arrived. Your mic, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, I was gonna say. By the way, how good is the audio quality, in your opinion, Zane, on this server?
That's not bad.
I was thinking of doing a cheeky little nitro boost, just to get the audio quality a bit higher. But yeah, because you can get the server boost without buying the actual membership. It's only like $4, so I was considering it.
I mean, I hear the boy.
Hello.
Ah, he's there. He's coming in from his phone, so the audio is all crusty dusty.
Sorry, boys. I'm on my air mattress in my empty house.
You watching the stream?
I was watching the stream just to see what you guys were talking about, but
Yeah.
now in chat.
He's now here. Top Autist enters the chat.
I got the stream on muted just so I can see what's happening while we talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it to a few of my friends.
Massive. It's one slog. I must not see what is happening.
I'm sending this to a few people.
I'm just bashing rats.
Yep. Sounds like the Elder Scrolls.
That is the Skyrim experience.
I mean, that's the Scrolls experience.
To say, dog, that's been a thing since Arena.
Oh, I know, but you know, Morrowind's quest begins with you. Big Fighter's quest is like in the start you do a rat quest, and then when you complete the Fighters Guild in Skyrim, you just get rewarded with endless rat quest.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they improve the Radiant system for Starfield and Tez 6.
I have high hopes for Starfield, to be honest.
I'm definitely hopeful. I'm just concerned about the lack of communication over the last 6 or 7 months. But we're supposedly gonna have an announcement for when they're gonna do the big showcase, because Starfield is skipping the Xbox showcase this month. But the rumor is that they're gonna have a big like Starfield specific showcase in February.
Okay.
Like you remember when they revealed Fallout 4 all those years ago, and it was like a fucking hour of like gameplay they did at E3. So
Vaguely.
yeah.
I mean, I hope we get an hour of gameplay on for Game Starfield. I'm cautiously optimistic. Like if
Have you seen the E3 demo they did last year?
No.
Yeah, they're bringing back some of the more RPG focused aspects, like that they haven't really had since like Morrowind, like the character background and stuff and shit like that.
Do I get a character sheet, Papa Howard?
I was gonna say, do I have classes?
I don't know. I think they're still gonna sort of do something like a fluid system, but they have like debuffs, like based on the buffs and debuffs based on your background choice and other things like that.
I mean,
The background choice is basically like the background choice seems to be like the this game's versions of the star signs.
okay. I'm not gonna say it was perfect. I'm not gonna say I really want it back. But if we could go back similarly to a time in Oblivion where literally if you chose a combat class and tried to do magic, your build is borderline impossible. I kind of like that because the way that the lore is situated, that tracks. That makes tons of sense. And I had such a beef with that in Skyrim.
And also,
To be
as
honest.
like some of the recent, like I was telling Zane to watch these, as the recent like essays by fucking Private Sessions and Patrician showed, like trying to do like a jack of all trades fluid class is kind of fucking impossible in Skyrim, anyways.
Hmm.
Like it's just not balanced. It doesn't work. Like you become too weak by the end game if you try to spread your skills across all the other fucking things.
Hmm.
So it is better in Skyrim to just funnel yourself into a specific playstyle instead of like just trying to like be a warrior, thief, and mage all at the same time.
Yeah, but the problem is you can do Skyrim's Mage's Quest without doing any magic.
You can, which is dumb. And I really hope they fix this.
I said it in the stream last night when I was really tired. I'm like, they
By the
say
way, you
this
actually
is.
gonna play Zane?
I am. Yeah, I went to get another beer.
Okay.
While you guys were talking, I'm like, I was trying to sneak
Yeah,
away
you just
from
standing.
it.
You were just standing still on the screen, so I was just wondering what was going on.
But no. I said it in the stream last night. I'm like, bro, this is supposed to be a role playing game. What role am I playing? It's like, what?
You're playing Power Fantasy #1.
Yeah.
I think there's two things that fucked Skyrim in the end. They basically had one is that they basically only had 2.5 years to make it, whereas Oblivion had 4 and fucking Morrowind had 6. And they were limited by being at the end of the generation on the 360 and trying to like, not that Skyrim is like amazing graphically, but it has a very large world for a 360 game. Not many games have like worlds that large except for like GTA or Just Cause.
Where the fuck am I supposed? Oh, up. Up is the answer. Then I come down from there. You're about to find out. I did come from here.
And I think another thing that probably was fucking Skyrim on the performance side during that generation is like people have been digging into the code on how like the games work, and apparently like the AI packages for like characters in other cities still run in the background while you're like somewhere else in the province. So like you can be down by fucking like Riften, and like the characters like schedule packages and a bunch of other things will still be running up in Solitude. So
Yeah, that's
I think they
super limiting on the core system and on the engine.
yeah like 360 and PS3, so you can imagine. So I'm hopeful with TES 6, considering it's either going to be like targeting this generation only, or I mean like man like Starfield's coming in 23, so at this rate fucking TES 6 is probably coming in 27 or 8. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking like
way out there with the number.
yeah,
Like, super way.
yeah. I'm thinking like, man, it might not even come out on this generation of Xboxes. It might be next gen.
That's what
So-
I expected. But you look into running into the same problem with Skyrim, where it's like at the ass end of this current generation, and you know.
Well,
and
I got a series,
bad.
right? So I'm talking about like the Series X,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
because Starfield is only, Series X to the PC.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying like the Skyrim problem is you said it was like limited because it was
Yeah, by the 360 and Xbox One.
360,
And they didn't
the
they didn't go out of their way when they did Special Edition. They didn't go out of their way to just fucking remake it for those systems. They basically said, "Here's the game. Here's some prettier like textures and lighting, and that's it."
Yeah, but if anything, I thought they tried to buy into that far too much, anyways. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if Zane told you, but I'm not like I'm essentially an Oblivion elitist. Like, I grew up watching my brother play like the Shivering Isles DLC and shit like that. So I mean, I had a nostalgia love for it. But upon
Zane's age, right?
Yeah.
Say again.
You're Zane's age, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played
and-
I played Oblivion before Skyrim came out. I was like 15, so
Yeah, even under closer comparison, having gone back and played Skyrim and then played a moderately objective run of Oblivion, like just trying to do as many of the quest lines as I can and doing a true comparison, like Skyrim's mission writing, like the actual the character writing and B the mission writing is just it's almost appalling and it can't hold a candle to Oblivion. Like
And
I
you know,
can't tell you how many times in Oblivion
what's
that
funny
I'm
is
genuinely shocked by character deaths.
what's always funny, by the way, is like how everybody hypes up the Dark Brotherhood from Oblivion, but it's the same fucking guy who did a lot of the faction quest lines in Skyrim, and he also did the main quest of Fallout 4. So
well, he did a good job once. And then he fucked it up.
What's concerning is no, was it him or I think the Far Harbor writer was a different dude, but I can't remember. And I think he's the one doing Starfield, but I can't remember.
I mean, I'd like to see more. I'd love to see more diverse mission writing, just in general. Like the quest writing is not. I don't know. Bethesda. I have such a high standard for Bethesda. Maybe I shouldn't because historically they make decent games, but like people just fall in love with it being such a great open world and like the lore. Most of the I can't remember the guy's name. Was it Kirkbride?
I feel like that's a good point because I feel like that's the problem with modern Bethesda. Is like they're standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yes.
Like and the people who came before from the early days.
Yeah.
And they're building off the back of that work, but they're not actually like trying to do comparable work.
Yeah, no, it's honestly really fucking sad because I mean you can ask Zane like the amount of time I spent looking into Elder Scrolls lore, like it's so deep,
I'm a lore nut too.
disgusting. Like I mean the fact that this fucking server is like fucking Kim Scholars is fire. It's fucking fire because I mean it's so niche. It's so fucking niche.
My
But
boy,
the fact that
That's that channel, not the server, but yeah. That would be like if I wasn't going for like a meme name for this server, I might have actually called it that for the whole server.
My boy over here. You don't know shit about the warp in the West.
Actually, I've been looking into it a lot over the last year. It's like one of the more interesting things that happened with fucking Elder Scrolls. It was like a surprisingly effective way to explain a retcon.
Yeah, it's Mandela effect as fuck.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls lore is really interesting. It's a shame we never see that in the fucking games after Morrowind.
I'm wondering if they'll do like a warp in the north to explain some of like the the Civil War shit and like some of the other stuff that happens in Skyrim.
Nah, we'll just cut 200 years in the future and never know about it.
Oh man, if they do like I was fine with it after Oblivion because it felt like a good thing to do to like do a time jump. Because like it was such a climactic fucking event, it made sense to go forward a bit after Oblivion.
Yeah.
But like I feel like they need to have like the way I always looked at Skyrim was like it's the beginning of a new saga. Like Arena was the beginning of the Uriel Septim saga, right? Like the shit that revolved around him and stuff. Yeah. And I feel like this saga is revolving around like the aftermath of the Great War, right? And like if it's in Hammerfell, that's fucking perfect because they basically were the first country like after the Great War to get their independence from the Empire because obviously like Morrowind and fucking Blackmarsh broke off earlier, but like I'm saying after the Great War.
I'll show you what I can about protecting you.
Yeah, so my problem, I would say my problem with Hammerfell, but my worry about Hammerfell is
curved swords.
Is the conflict against the Aldmeri Dominion? Is that a continuing conflict, or is it going to be in a Cold War stage?
We don't know yet. There's
so much there, you know.
Do you remember? Did you ever watch Fudge Muppet?
Yeah, I watched that shit.
There is a like one of the co-hosts like split off to do his own channel. He has a channel called Drew Mora.
Oh, okay, it's Drew. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Drew Mora. Yeah, he did a video on like what he thinks they're gonna do with the Thalmor in the main plot, and it was pretty fucking interesting. Like especially if they like tap into the lore with the Durrani clan.
That could be interesting, especially like with that with the tower, the adamantine tower.
Yeah, like that's what he thinks is gonna be the plot of Tez 6. Is gonna be like that's why the fucking Thalmor wanted to be in wanted to get Hammerfell so bad because it would give them direct access towards it.
Well, we know that the fucking towers, the proto.
Yeah, half of them are fucked now, so that's the
we
other
know
thing.
they're super fucking powerful. So I would imagine they're gonna try and use it to delete humans off the fucking continent.
Well, it's not that. The going theory is that they're just trying to like unmake Nirn and ascend back to immortality.
Oh, so they're going like broad scale, like Etada
Like
type shit.
full apocalypse.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, our
Yeah.
ancestors were gods, but it's literally like celestial. We was Kang's theory.
And that's, my friends, the terrible truth. Fucking Heimskell.
Man, I was 16 when Skyrim came out. Like, at this rate, if it comes out in 27, I'll be 32. Fuck. Literally half my life between Skyrim to that game.
It's so
That's
depressing though. It's so depressing.
Oh.
Like by this point, I'll be out of the army before the next fucking Elder Scrolls comes out.
How long is your service supposed to last?
I got 3.5 more years at the end of this contract, but I'm probably gonna re-up again. So
Are
maybe, like, 2
you
more
like
years after.
Are you like what's the word I'm looking for? Domestic, or like do you get like have you ever been shipped out somewhere? I suppose there's no war in the Middle East now, so there's no real reason to ship out except for like
A
space station at
courier!
a
A courier just interrupted my fucking joining of the blades of the companions. Bro,
fuck.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know if they're gonna do, world freezing again with, Starfield's dialogue system, because they got the Oblivion zoom again, but I don't know if they're actually gonna have, like, freezing the world around you, because that is one of the biggest problems with Skyrim and Fallout 4, is just, like, random shit in the world can just interrupt your conversation and fuck shit.
Mhm. Yeah, that's lovely.
Like,
So
it
I would
seemed,
say
it
one
seemed,
thing-
oh,
Oh
sorry.
shit. Sorry. It looks like there's a bit of a delay in the channel. Go ahead.
It seemed like a neat and novel idea when Skyrim first came out, but it's proven to be more of a pain in the ass than something actually useful.
Yeah.
With the real time dialogue.
Mhm.
This right here is mainly why they did that with the group conversations. That's like the whole reason why they wanted to do that, because you always could only have one-on-one dialogues in Oblivion, and I think that was the whole impetus for like doing this.
You've been cordially invited for dinner and drinks at Bloodshow Manor.
Oh yeah, that's one of the creation clip things.
I bet this isn't about fucking vampires. Jesus
Yeah, man,
Christ, fucking amateurs. Fucking
Yeah,
embarrassing.
uh,
I don't know.
See,
Bloodshow Manor sounds like a shit Magic the Gathering card.
yeah. I'm really torn on the idea of them fucking having like a marketplace for like paid mods in the future. Because like obviously it doesn't get rid of the fucking free mods, but at the same time I kind of like how do I say this? I don't mind the idea of like projects like Beyond Skyrim or
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! The quest is called Guest for Dinner. I know I'm gonna go there and get attacked by vampires.
word of warning, this is actually one of the harder Creation Club mods. I wouldn't do this right now. You're too weak.
I'm doing it. I'm just gonna turn God
Yeah.
mode on if I got my cheeks clapped. I don't fucking care. Listen, this
Yeah,
is a meme playthrough. I don't care. I'm not doing this for like the challenge. I'm doing this to see the cringe content and then shit talking in a 30-minute long YouTube video like everyone else.
Alright, fair enough. What was I saying? Yeah, I wouldn't mind the idea of like, you know how there's like the Minecraft marketplace in Bedrock Edition? I wouldn't be completely against that if it meant like projects like Beyond Skyrim or fucking the remakes like Skywind or Skyblivion, like the modders could actually get paid for their work.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
pretty solid.
I'd be fine with that. It's like what happened with the Steam Workshop that makes me worried because like you're kind of younger, so I don't know if you actually remember this, right? When they tried to do the paid mods, like what was it back in 2013 or 14, I think, um, with Skyrim on the Steam Workshop, there were people who were uploading like a fucking reskin for an armor mod for $900.
Fucking maybe.
So if they ever did something like a marketplace, like how Minecraft has it, they need to actually fucking. I was talking about this with another friend earlier. They need to have like price regulation, right, based on the content. So if it's like a Beyond Skyrim style, you know what Beyond Skyrim is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If it's like a Beyond Skyrim mod, I wouldn't mind paying 50. Yeah, I wouldn't mind like 50 or $60. If it's like a Legacy of the Dragonborn, you're familiar with that mod?
Yeah, I know which one that is.
Yeah, if it's like that, 20 or $30, I'd be fine with that, right? If it's a fucking armor or a sword, no more than $1 or $2.
Yeah, that's no, I agree with that. I agree with
If
that.
it's like a full armor pack, maybe $5.
Yeah.
But like they need to have like regulations based on the content. Like it can't just be like, here's a sword for $100 fucking.
I'm on the
They need
side
to
of
have
the free
moderators.
market.
They need to have moderators on that store. To be fair.
Like, yeah, I get
If
the
they
argument for
wouldn't
free
do that-
market, but then you get the fucking crazy meme shit like what happened with the Steam Workshop.
And no one buys
And
it.
also-
What's the problem? It's a reskin of
Fair
a
enough.
shitty armor. Like,
Fair enough,
who
but there was
cares?
also people pirating mods and fucking re-uploading other people's shit for money. So
Yeah,
that's
you'd have
the
to
other
moderate
reason.
the piss out of that
Yeah.
store. You'd have to
The
have
way I was
somebody
thinking-
from devs.
The way I was thinking about it is, why not just merge the existing mod system that the console versions of the games already have into this marketplace, and you can just download your free mods, and you can also access the premium mods. And the reason why I'm saying this is because have you ever played Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Negative.
Okay, on Xbox, right? They have something like this already. They have a marketplace where people make premium premium planes or like skins or a bunch of different things, right? The thing about this is there is no mod limit. There's no like size limit. You can have 100 gigs of shit installed from that. On Skyrim on Xbox, it's 5 gigs, and on Fallout 4 on Xbox, it's 2 gigs. Yeah, you can't do much with that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just
I
waiting
had
to
some
see the
pretty
cringe voice
mod
acting.
list price check, but
What? you
nothing.
saying?
I said I just can't wait to hear this fucking cringe voice acting.
Yeah, that's the main. Well, that's the other thing though. You can't legally hire voice actors for mods based on the way the contract works. Like you can't legally like pay. That was the whole reason why Bethesda wanted to fucking do this to begin with. So like that modders could actually do like real huge projects with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that was the initial idea behind the Steam Workshop thing. So you could legally like actually pay people for their work. And in theory, if like they allow this and say you could like form a Kickstarter, right, to get like some funding started up for your mod project, they could actually hire professional grade voice actors. In theory, if they're working closely enough with Bethesda, they could even get the fucking official voice actors from the game to do some lines to actually properly integrate it into the game world. And that's where I see the potential of this. Obviously, it can be abused. Any fucking system like this can be easily abused and fucking made shitty. It's just like, I feel like Creation Club was always just a half step towards the right direction, but it just wasn't good enough.
Holy shit, dwarven armor. Is that what I'm wearing?
Yeah, just friendly reminder, this thing killed that person in the dwarven armor. Oh, there, you got him. Nice. It's the snowy variant, so it's the stronger version.
79.
Good job.
72. What? What the fuck? What? Why is Dwarven armor so shitty? It makes no sense.
Because it's like one of the mid-tier armors in Skyrim.
Why? The dwarves were like... The dwarves
Because,
became gods
it actually,
or some shit.
It actually does make sense because all the Dwarven armor in Tez isn't actually the originals. It's fucking like some, it's like a bootleg. So they can't use the pure Dwarven, like, metal. Because there's, like, none around anymore, and they don't know the formula. Like, no one knows the formula of what the dwarves actually, made it out of.
That shit's pirated as fuck.
Yeah, so it's basically, it's like, have you ever heard of pig metal from China during the fucking, Cultural Revolution fingers?
Yeah, where they were melting down like pots and pans and shit in their backyard. I know.
It's like that. It's ghetto Dwarven. That's what all the Dwarven you see in the games is. Because this is like 2,000 years after the dwarves disappeared. There's none of the resources left. Sothasil probably copped all that shit after he became a god.
The heart of Lorcan. Welcome, Nerevar.
Like,
welcome,
I know
Lunar
ESO
Star.
isn't like... I know ESO isn't like hard canon, but like he has a dwarven city in an alternate dimension.
ESO lore is kind of
Imagine
retarded.
All that you can do with a fucking dead god. Crazy.
Bro. No voice acting in Elder Scrolls has hit more than Dagothur.
Wait, what do you mean no voice acting?
I mean, nothing has hit harder than Dagothur. Welcome, Munastar. Welcome, Nerevar. Come to me with war. I just want you to acknowledge in the stream this fucking freeze frame I've opened my menu on. My horse getting yeeted into the sun.
Hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
You're still climbing up that. You're still climbing up that mountain with the horse.
Oh, it's about to happen.
That ice whiffs is coming at you. The ice wraith. I mean. Whoa! You're fucking a horse. What the fuck? Bro, are you looking at the screen?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dude, horsey go bye-bye.
I love how much of a meme the horses are in this game. They'll just attack anything.
Oh yeah. I just want to point out I started this.
Bro, hit the
through.
I was about to say hit the screenshot button, but
Oh, I did.
You got this on video still.
I did.
Yeah.
A dead horse just spawned in front of me.
They'd be better if they had horse armor DLC.
They do.
I love
Creation
it.
Club. It was free though, to be fair, so I'll like at least give them that pass. They didn't fucking charge money for it again. But like I said, like, just man, imagine like oh yeah, now I see what you mean about this horse just spawning in. Fuck, that was weird.
A refugee? What is this? Cologne
that's the,
in 2015?
That's the I think that's the afflicted, or it's a dark elf. I don't know. What was I saying?
Are you just gonna acknowledge that joke that could get this entire stream deleted from YouTube?
And that's why I'm not acknowledging it, because if we've talked about it too much more, it will get it deleted from YouTube.
That's fair.
I mean, to be fair, no offense, Liam, but who else is watching the stream besides us?
Yeah.
That's right, you'll get big someday and get canceled from a war show for it.
My Orthodox rabbi, Joe Biden. Or Bill Clinton. Did you see that shit?
I did see that.
It's golden.
Oh man, I saw that shit live. It was such a fucking meme. I was like looking away from the screen, and then I just hear that. I'm like, wait, what? Because you know, it was like the fucking thing was winding down, so I was getting ready to just close the stream, and then I just like, fucking while looking at my phone or something, I hear that in the fucking headphones. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh man. Did you see that clip that got uploaded where like someone in his fucking class was recording him giving like some fucking fucking presentation?
Great. Fuck you, Dragon. I do not have time for this bullshit.
Hard save before you fucking fight it.
Nah,
Where are you
that's
headed towards, by the way?
Blood Chill Manor.
Oh yeah, that's closer to Dawnstar. You should have went there.
Well, hindsight's always 20/20, and looking back, it's all a bit fuzzy. You don't even know what I'm quoting.
No, randomly, I don't know why that fucking, jogged my memory, but did you hear that fucking, Wizards of the Coast are making it so that they fucking get, like, what was it, like, 30% of any, like, any fucking D&D, like, fan project?
That's fucking cringe.
Yeah.
That's fucking cringe. Like, oh, just casually kill all of your homebrew for a fucking terrible addition to D&D. Like,
I mean,
all I've ever played
considering
is
how
5e.
big the backlash is, there's a chance they might just back off, but, like, who knows?
Yeah,
Nah,
don't forget-
Wizards of the Coast
forget
is
to-
cancer.
Yeah. Don't forget to grab the word before you leave.
No, where's the word at?
It's right behind the dragon, up those stairs. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks, like, the fucking dragon parts are worth a lot of money, but man, they're fucking heavy.
They're heavy as fuck. I'm sure there's a mod for that.
I mean,
Well, I also told this fuck to get the steed stone, but he said nah.
nah, I want my armor increases faster.
He said slow as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
You have a backpack bought already, right? You gotta get a little closer.
Yeah, I do have a backpack on.
You gotta get a little closer to the word.
I know. Listen, I already got a little closer to it. Why do you
Oh,
keep
yeah, it just
giving me
hasn't
gameplay tips?
It
20
didn't
minutes
happen on the
after.
screen,
It's
homie.
like you keep giving me these gameplay tips like 20 minutes after the fucking fact. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, you only just did it on our screen.
I'm like, bro, it ain't that deep. Oh, right, I would jump everywhere, but acrobatics aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah, that's something I really hope they bring back. The focus of verticality in Starfield is what gives me hope they might. You saw the whole jetpack thing that they have in that.
I'm more excited about Hogwarts Legacy than I am Starfield.
Yeah. Also, there's the fact that Hogwarts is just closer, so obviously it's gonna be out sooner.
Yeah.
That should still look dope, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like cautiously excited for it. I'm not like losing my fucking mind like Veteran is.
The Sorting Hat. You'd make a good woman, Harry.
Hey, you could veer off and go grab the. Oh wait, no, you can't. I was about to say you could go veer off and grab the Elder Scroll, but then I remembered. Oh yeah, you got to talk to the fucking kooky fuck in the iceberg
Yeah.
to get the thing to go through it. But you'll have it marked on the map at least, so that's useful.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, everyone always talks about the house elves in Harry Potter. What about the field elves? What about the field elves? I'm serious.
I think the implication is that they just do all fucking, all, like, jobs on the fucking property.
Crazy how J.K. Rowling called out Jews and fucking implied slavery was, like... and like, made a world with slavery and racism.
You know what's also hilarious? I've seen fans trying to, like, headcanon it away, like, oh, fucking house elves, like they siphon off magic slowly, and that's how they live. Homie, the books never said this shit.
I don't trust any of
There's
this
no
bullshit.
line indicating this.
Why do I just
All
keep
the-
coming across dead bodies?
I don't know. All the books have ever indicated is we was kangs and shit with the elves.
Do they really?
Not really.
Oh,
was just being edgy.
like that. Gotcha.
I was being edgy.
I see. I didn't know if you were talking about like the Aldmer in Skyrim, or like that dude on the street corner in Martin Luther King Boulevard yelling about how
About how
Einstein was African American, yo.
About how the fucking Egyptians who lived in the fucking cradle of humanity, thousands of miles away from sub-Saharan Africa were somehow fucking pitch black.
Yes. Oh, it's a cavern. Hold on a minute.
It's inside of it.
I understand, but
Quality observation.
Bone Chill Manor, Bone Chill Cavern.
But which is it?
It is one of the cooler fucking creation house designs. It's just like, I just don't. I've always have a problem with how like all the creations are just fucking handed to you in a letter. Like I wish they were more like seamlessly integrated. Also, I wish fucking like the only house. No wait, there's two. The only houses that you can actually buy with money out of the Creation Club in the game once you're in the game is the Tundra Homestead and the fucking Thieves Den house. Like the yeah.
Just let me buy my waterfront property for fucking $2,000 Oblivion style. It's a shithole, but it's mine.
Yeah, it's like that's the biggest thing that I hate about the fucking Creation Club shit is it just breaks the balance.
Bruh, no Frostcrag Spire? Cringe.
They have a ghetto version of that in the area around Morthal.
Obvious fucking vamp, I swear to God.
Man, it's almost like it's called Bloodchill Manor. Crazy.
It would seem so.
Wild.
And it's in a cave.
Yeah, this is some Ryan Johnson levels of writing. This is the third Knives Out movie.
Speaking of which, have you heard about how everyone's jerking off that fucking movie?
Yes, I watched Glass Onions. It was awful and retarded. Moving on.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me that, because I just didn't waste my time.
The wife wanted to watch it, didn't she?
What's up?
Did the wife want to watch it?
My
No,
perspective on it.
Mystery movie.
My perspective on it is
Nah,
Ryan Johnson's
gee.
name is.
It's directed by the guy who directed the Last Jedi.
Yeah, that's my perspective. If he's attached to the project, I don't watch it.
He'll subject your expectations, subvert your expectations, because you thought you were getting a good movie. Surprise and shit.
Until next time.
That's the shitty thing, because as like mid as Force Awakens was, it had the potential to fucking lead into something interesting.
I understand.
I tell people
And they-
all the time,
and they just
Awakens is
squandered it.
quality compared to the rest.
Yeah, it's kind of mid, like compared to the other two, which are just fucking dumpster fires. But like, it had the potential to lead into a good trilogy,
They don't know which way is up. Please
and they
read.
just squandered it.
Please read aloud. If you're reading this, I am dead, and so you will have here my toast and spirit.
Get ready for the fight.
Of course, a little business first. As I have no living heirs, I decide the manor will be bequeathed to you, provided you finish this last meal. As you know, I have always loved dinner parties, and for my final dinner, I've decided to have a few friends over. Vernon, you and I shared a long, fruitful
You know what the most
business
funny thing about this
partnership,
is?
But you altered the books to give yourself a larger cut. Don't think I didn't notice. Marina, you were the first love, my first love, but also my first mistake. Felt. Felt. I'll drink to that. For you, your love was not mine alone, and for that, I would never forget. Never forget 9/11. Ingrid, you were my ward, and in some ways I considered you a daughter, but a daughter does not plot to steal an inheritance. So I'll teach you a lesson from this as a father would. Linthal, we fought in the war together, and our bond is in many ways sacred, and yet I know the horrors you committed to survive, and while I dismissed it then, I cannot now. Galentius,
sounds
my
like
old imperial
long
friend
nights.
who used to drink wine with me at the Aurelia Brothers Vineyard in Skingrad. Ooh, Oblivion reference. I think. Is Skingrad in Oblivion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Creation Club, like, does fan service to a lot of shit from Morrowind.
One night, yeah, it's because there were better games. One night you drank too much and saw fit to insult my family. I told you I forgave you as you were drunk. I did not. Lastly, like the chat misspelled because I was drinking. We have never met. I have brought you here.
No. Read the full line.
Mark to Chad, we have never met. I have brought you here on a whim. You are the wild card, a chance to change the fates of my friends or revel in it. Much like my fate in the next world is far more exciting, you see, if the future is unknown. And with that said, the drinks are served. Okay.
You might want to save, by the way. Like, immediately, as soon as you quit out of the letter.
Oh, fuck. It's about to go down.
What level are you in the game right now?
13.
Yeah.
He might make it.
I mean, considering how much you're getting your shit pushed in by, like, generic enemies, I don't know.
I've contracted vampirism.
I told you!
I would go ahead and stand up.
Alright,
say?
nah, I ain't doing this. TGM boys.
Fucking told you.
Hey,
Fuck 'em.
yo.
Fuck it. 15 beers at Applebee's. Yeah. 15 beers at Applebee's.
Yeah, this is definitely a quest, like, realistically, that you should probably do at level 30.
Just need to get the god mode enabled.
Yep.
16
to turn it off
naked
when it's
cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch.
Just don't forget to shut it off after the fight.
Or not. It doesn't really make much of a fucking difference to the game.
It's kind of hard to criticize if you're not actually experiencing the game as it is.
I mean, listen, man, I'm just gonna shit on it. I hope you know that. I fucking hate Skyrim.
You gotta get sent
Alright.
to the moon, that fucking giant. It's like, ooh, drain life. It's like, little do you know, Zane has no life.
It's funny because it's true.
Why is this guy tankier than the gargoyles were?
Because I think he's the boss enemy. Yes, the waiter.
He do
Dawnguard.
be the lead.
The NPC known as Dawnguard.
Oh man, that reminds me of Vinny. Oh, that have you seen Vinny's fucking anniversary edition playthrough?
No.
Oh my god, it's so good. It glitched, and the fucking that Dawnguard NPC just started following him around the map.
It just occurred to me, I'm gonna go cure to vampirism now, don't I?
If you have a potion cure disease, you're good.
Oh. Fucking
It takes
really?
about 3 days until it actually sets in, and you're a real vampire.
Fucking really? Like, oh man, no, vampirism, like, bitch, just try to buy a potion, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Cure disease potion, Cobra.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work once you become a vampire, though. You actually have to go through the stupid quest thing. That
makes...
or you become a werewolf. It overwrites your vampirism. But you can't just. That's one thing I don't like. I kind of wish they would have had that. You can't just contract the. Not that there's a lot.
Oh, this fucking guy's still alive? What the fuck?
You can't just contract the.
I killed him just to be safe.
The lycanthropy, yeah. Just in the wild. It's only through that quest.
That's kind of ass.
Yeah, I'm hoping. You know what I'm hoping with Tez 6? I hope it's not just Hammerfell. I kind of want it to also be High Rock.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Like to do the real real callback to fucking Daggerfall. That'd be hype. Because you know a way they could do it as like a parallel. They could call it Sentinel.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
Like to be the parallel to that.
Yeah.
What is with every house mod in Skyrim just being a bunch of, like, here, display the dragon mask, like, fucking those token shit.
Look, the only thing I hope for the next game, and I hope that you can do this in Starfield too, but that it's not like you're some grand fucking, like, I am the one who will save the world. Like, I used to love doing that in Oblivion, like, creating some fucking dirt poor ass character and making my own storyline and just doing what the fuck I wanted to do and like running.
Yeah, and that's the problem with Elder Scrolls. That is only Oblivion and I think Arena. because Daggerfall, you're a friend of the fucking Emperor, which already puts you in a higher like status. Right?
You can do that in Morrowind. It's just not recommended because.
No, in Morrowind, you are still the chosen one.
Mm,
If you ignore the main
I mean,
quest, yeah, you
Daggerfall,
can avoid that.
Fuck off though. If you really want to, Daggerfall, you can just fuck off.
yeah, but
Yeah,
in
true.
Morrowind, you're running into constant fake Nerevarines. Like, so you could just be another fake, you know? Like, you just got lucky.
I guess, but like,
I'm getting another beer. I'm playing a game
See-
called Drink the Beer.
see, the prophecy is probably just an interpretation, though. You're probably not actually like the fucking reincarnation and never are. You just hit all the right fucking coincidences to be like to fulfill the prophecy. Like you're not Yeah, you're not necessarily fucking like you're not necessarily actually fucking Nerevar reborn.
I know, but that's like a precondition to be like any type of messianic figure. Like even when you go back and read the Bible about Jesus, it's literally talking about how him and the disciples went and did all these things to fulfill the prophecies as they were written.
Fair enough.
Like it says that in the Gospels. Like he gets with the disciples and they're like, okay, we're gonna go do this, as it was written by the prophets in the Old Testament. And it's like a precondition to be a messianic figure is to fulfill the prophecy by any means. And if you don't, well, guess he wasn't the actual Messiah. You know?
What I mean though is like well, yeah, but obviously in the Bible, like he is actually definitively the Son of God, right? Like we don't know 100% if fucking like the character you play in Morrowind actually is like the spiritual reincarnation of Nerevar. They could just
So
fit.
we would have to assume. You know,
Yeah,
you completely topple their entire religious structure because you are the truth.
I mean, you're basically pulling a Jesus in Vardenfell.
Yeah, but this is my point with Oblivion. Oblivion's the only one since Arena where you don't have some kind of like big background. You're just a guy in the right place.
Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
just a
the
guy in the right place
Emperor's
at the right
like,
fucking time.
oh, I've been dreaming of you.
It's literally the same as Arena, actually. You're just some fucking a prison.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I'm just.
Me in the penitentiary.
I don't
for the
mind
sake
the
of-
idea of sword singing being the mechanic in 6. I just don't want some bullshit where it's like, oh, you're chosen to do this. Like, just
Yeah.
have it a thing you learn throughout the story. That'd be cool.
It's like you are the sword singer who's supposed to raise Yakuta. I don't fucking want to raise Yakuta. It's a shithole.
You know what I'm kind of hoping as an alternate to the story, like the possibility of it being like the Durrani and like the towers. Well, you know what Hammerfell's named after, right?
Negative.
It's named after Volendrung, which was thrown across Tamriel by like one of the Dwarven kings.
Oh
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
settled their people there, right? What if the plot of Elder Scrolls 6 revolves around like shit with the dwarves?
You know, I'd really like
Like-
a dispose corpse button in Skyrim, like in Morrowind.
They will disappear after like I think a week.
That's
Put 'em
But
awesome.
in
you
the
can
fire.
just you can just move the bodies, obviously.
Yeah, I
So
dropped
that's-
him in the river if you're watching the stream.
Yeah, I've done that before. I usually always end up get attacked in Riverwood because usually what happens is like right after I get the fucking horn, or not the horn, the letter, right? I just go to Riverwood to continue that quest line. And that's usually where they spawn in.
Mm.
So you can just chuck them in the fucking river and they get thrown downstream. And despawn after a while.
Yo.
I will say I am very interested in what the
Skewer said,
state of
"Got no
the
better
Nine
medicine
Divines
than
will
some
be in
muscle.
the next
I
game.
don't know what the fight is
Like, cause
about.
you're in a relatively free area. Like all the Aldmeri still trying to break through Hammerfell. Not to mention if it goes.
Do you
if it-
think
if it
there's
goes-
do you think there's a possibility that the last Dragonborn could mantle Talos?
I was thinking about that. Just because they had banned Talos worship.
And also because fucking like we've already had a protagonist mantle a god before, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's
I mean,
all
do
not
you-
already established.
Do you technically mantle Lorcan? Is that what happens in Morrowind? Do you technically mantle?
No, I think he's talking about mantling Sheogorath.
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
we're
talking about
oh,
Blood.
yeah,
Nah, in Morrowind, you just kind of fuck off after killing... Is it all three of the Trinity?
No, Sotha still just
you-
fucks off, right?
No,
No, Sotha still gets killed by Amalexia in the Tribunal expansion, and then she goes fucking crazy.
And then you
And then you
kill
kill her.
Yeah.
Vivek is just whatever you want to do. You can leave him be, and he just loses his power, and then fucking the Ministry of what was it? The Ministry of Truth or something? I can't remember what it was called. The fucking asteroid that's hanging over Vivek. As he weakened, it slammed into the city and triggered the red gear.
Oh,
And probably ended up killing him.
I mean, I would have to imagine so.
Yeah, it is very Dark Elf to make it a giant prison instead of, just mining it away.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I was always thinking, if you have the fucking ability to just stop it, why not just reverse it?
Well, see, but it would really fucked if, those pebbles and shit you mined just sitting somewhere, and all of a sudden they turned into a crater. Because they kept the momentum.
that's the other thing, right? That's the thing with the lore with that thing is he just froze it in time. The momentum is still there.
Yeah.
So basically, as soon as Vivek lost his power, it just went from 0 to 20,000 miles per hour, hanging just 150 feet above fucking Vivek.
Oof.
So
Yeah.
just imagine living there. You're looking up, right in Vivek, and just you see it, and then blink, and then boom, you're dead.
Vivek City is no more. It
Yeah.
do be crater.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm excited for the Beyond Skyrim Morrowind mod.
Mm.
I'm really fucking.
Oh,
interested in
yeah,
that
I get to
project.
watch an execution. I forgot about that.
I'm really interested in that project just to see what they do with all the fucking.
I can't save this guy,
all the
can I?
people. No, you'll get attacked if you try to step onto the fucking execution stage.
Of course. It'd be really cool if I could.
Yeah. Especially since, funny enough, thanks to Creation Club, the Grey Cowl of Nocturne, the Grey Fox, mask is in there.
I know, right?
Was it the Helm
So-
of Nocturnal or whatever?
Yeah,
The Hood of Nocturnal?
Mask of Nocturnal or whatever. But yeah, so effectively, if you wanted to do that, if you had that item, you could theoretically just do that, and then just run into the city and take it off. It's really shitty that they don't let you do this either, because they have the mechanic to free prisoners. With the military escorts when they have prisoners, right? So.
In my head canon, I would have to say the Stormcloaks have to win this war. It wouldn't make sense if you just let the Imperial hold on to power in Skyrim. So I'm curious if there will be refugees in the next game telling you what happened in the war.
This is why I'm thinking there might be a warp in the north. So that
Yeah,
the
but
fucking
that's-
empire,
that's
so that the
pop
empire
up.
isn't, so that yeah, it is, but it's something they've established in the series, unfortunately. So it's just a thing they can use if they really want to keep elements from both sides of the story.
Yeah, that really is ass though. I mean,
Hey man, it's not even. Oh wait, it would be Todd's fault because that was only in Morrowind when they established that.
What?
Yeah, the dragon break concept. Because that was introduced in Morrowind.
Mm. Yeah. Isn't the shit?
don't you wish you could just take your lady out to an execution like a family event?
We take back the glory of Constantinople, brother.
Yes, yes.
I mean, to be fair,
unironically,
to be fair,
take-
public executions in history would draw large crowds.
Fuck yeah.
Did you know the
Bring out
last
the
use
pic-
of the guillotine in France, public use of the guillotine in France, was
It
filmed?
ended in 1934. Yeah.
Yeah, the
was
last,
the
the
last
last
used it.
private use of the guillotine in France was the year Star Wars came out.
Fucking really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Holy shit. Granted, I think public hangings were still a thing. Like, not obviously the lynchings. I'm talking
Oh,
about
dude,
official
in
public
South
hangings.
Carolina, you know, a state to the south of me, one state to the south of me.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about lynchings. I'm
Hold
talking
on,
about like,
that's
the
not.
official.
I'm not talking about lynchings either. You fuck. Just because I mentioned a Confederate state, damn it. You can die by. They passed a law recently where you could die by firing squad.
If I'm not mistaken, hanging and firing squad are still on the books as execution methods in Utah because the Mormons don't give a fuck.
But Mormons are crazy.
I mean, imagine white people just found golden tablets and said they were the race that won out among the natives. Crazy shit.
Dude, fucking Mormons are insane. Nice people, right?
By the way, you gonna do something soon?
I'm eating a tomato.
Oh yeah. While you're here, wait till 1 in the morning. Go into the sneak into the clothing shop. Save before you do it. There's a bunch of valuable like jewelry and shit.
I'm gonna go throw the core of this tomato away.
So once you start the Thieves Guild, you'll have those.
There's no real food in my house, but I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm just finding weird shit to eat.
You know you can afford a septum or two.
There is a cat in there.
Ooh, that is true, but she's stinky, so I don't want to eat her.
Bruh.
Dude, my cat smells bad, and I can't. Like Tyler fucking smelt my house. That's not because the house is dirty, right? Although it kind of is, but we're not gonna talk about that. It's literally just the cat. Like she just has a bad smell that won't go away. I've took her to the vet and everything, and they're just like, we don't know. I've fucking tried everything.
I mean, she's got a really thick coat that usually holds on to a lot of fucking smells. Like, my cat's pretty short hair. She doesn't have those problems.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's weird. Why does your cat smell? My cat doesn't like smell like anything. Because you know that's the whole point of them like fucking cleaning themselves all the time. It's to remove their scents.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
they
the
have
cat's hygienic.
they have bacteria in like their saliva is like evolved to fucking kill like the odor. That's why they do
Dude,
that.
I don't know. I scoop the litter box like twice a week. Like,
Maybe your cat has a problem. You might want to get that checked.
I've taken her to the vet, and they were just like, "No, man, she's fine." Like, I went and got her fucking anal glands expressed, and that solved the problem. Yeah, that's something you got to do.
Holy shit. He said, I just figured my cat.
No, I took her to the vet. I took her to the vet. They figured my cat. Listen, man, fuck shit goes down around here. I'm just like, you need to fix this smelly fuck. Like, I don't know what to do about it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Tyler, in the plot twist of plot twist, I'm thinking about going into nursing.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Don't get into geriatrics.
Oh.
You didn't start your college yet, right?
Oh, I have. I fucked up. I was not financially prepared or mentally prepared for what I just wasn't. I have to recalibrate my financials.
I see.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing now.
God, I always hate how fucking bright the night times in Skyrim are.
Yeah. Whose booty cheeks am I going to clap today?
That's one thing I'm hoping they get done better in fucking Starfield and Test 6. Oh man, that's so weird saying that empty. I'm so used to having a Legacy of the Dragonborn installed that the museum's usually there.
Yeah.
So, you know how you just went to the Blue Palace?
Bruh, hold on. I'm really walking in to the fucking Blue Palace and looking at you and be like, hey, I don't give a fuck.
What?
Zane's had too many.
No, I've not had too many. I'm fine. You're the lightweight, not me. Drank half your beer and was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I had to drive you, bitch.
I did too.
Oh yeah, this
Also,
is the
it was a dunkel. It was a dark ass beer, hopsy as fuck. I'm
It,
chilling.
it was Hopsy
this
as
is
fuck.
the
That shit was hopped as
this is the
fuck.
beginning of the Patena questline.
What class line?
Patena, Patena Septim. She was like the Wolf Queen,
Wolf,
shit like
the
that.
wolf queen.
My duty is to keep. You can't scare me into.
Yeah, I literally just walk into this thing and just like, all right, bro, I gotta beat your ass.
Scare me into. Come on. Let's see what you're made.
This is the thing that I've always found funny about Skyrim. Man, they have this decent looking plate armor set, and then they throw a loincloth on it.
Yeah. Nah, let his fucking pelvic plate be exposed, brother. Show that
It just
shit
looks
off.
bad though. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, that's a cringe ass look. He doesn't even have a cloak on, so there's not even like extra contrast.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Like you have your fucking shitty.
Wait,
hat.
is this the companion quest you got?
Yes.
Holy
Yo, you
fuck!
did-
I've
hold on.
never seen it. I've never seen it throw you that far away from Whiterun.
I know, right?
You also
Oh my
just hit the
God.
fucking queen.
Yeah,
also-
you gotta go to jail now. Oh, it bugged out. You gotta fight him again.
Yeah.
I've got caught in an endless loop with that fucking quest right there.
Yeah, you're gonna probably wanna reload when you came into the blue palace if that doesn't fix.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. Get it fixed. We're good.
Yeah, go talk to the guard just so you can get that over with. You don't get a bunch of stolen shit, do you?
That's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time. Good enough.
Give me like spray bitch. Now I gotta leave.
Ah, god damn it!
Until next time.
Fuck! No, no, live in solitude. Flee! Oh shit! Flee!
Wait, I know you.
Wait, did you say you were leaving?
Yeah, your speech craft better be high as fuck. Jeez.
That doesn't matter. Speech crap better be behind fucking Skyrim anyway if you want to pass any speech check.
Oh my god, you punched the guard?
Yeah! Yep.
Fuck!
I still have God mode on! Fuck you bitches! Walter Sprint!
Go out the little side gate down to the docks.
Yeah, do you know where that big windmill in the middle of the
Nope!
city is?
Nope, I'm just running.
Alright.
I'm booking it.
He said I'm fast as fuck, boy. Go away.
Oh yeah, you got god mode, so you can just spam the shadows.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing. My fucking shenanigans know no bounds.
Fucking cringe. God.
Man, some of the zoomers need to be weird.
The zoomer speak. Oh.
Do you speak?
Ugh.
You don't even properly know the zoomer thune. Dude, oh my god. Speaking
So
of
weird that
zoomers,
so weird that the youngest zoomer's going into high school next year.
dude, I work with this kid. He's like 17.
They're not. Look, they're not the same. Upper. It's literally like.
Yeah, this is
like,
why I
like
think
Germany-
they should split the generation. I don't think it's accurate to lump like mid '90s kids like me in with like kids born in like 2007. It just seems fucking weird.
Yeah, no, it's not right. Like I grew up playing my brother's fucking Pokemon Fire Red on a fucking OG Game Boy, and
Yo, I had
I
Pokemon.
grew up without Danny Phantom.
Don't get me wrong, I don't feel like a millennial either. So I think it would be accurate to say it's a different generation from the late '90s to the early 2000s, but I think the late 2000s shouldn't be lumped in with that.
Bruh,
No, it's not. It's
mid
not.
2000s was peak.
Yeah, late 2000s to probably the mid 10s should be the next
Listen,
generation.
we
not-
had
not
Panic at the
on.
Disco.
When Avatar: The Last Airbender was still on Nick,
You seem to have a knack for this.
that's what I'm here for.
I'll make sure people
That's what I'm here for.
before. Talk to him before doing anything.
Bro,
I was like, I think I was like 10 when that show started. Yeah.
Bro, do you guys know about the guy who went crazy and wanted to be one of the girl, wanted to like, was in love with like that female ghost from Danny Phantom, and he shot up a
that
food
shit's
line.
wild.
Oh yeah, that fucking
Dude,
video of
oh
him
my
with the
God.
shotgun. You got to be really accurate. That's how they get you. And then he proceeds to miss 92 times.
That makes me sad, by the way,
With a
because I like.
shotgun from like 5 feet away, Tyler. With a fucking shotgun.
That makes me sad, by the way, because I was like, I was actually like a pretty big fan of Danny Phantom when I was a kid. Like, I liked it.
Well, that
cool.
show's still about. I still watch it.
I know, but it
fuck.
just feels like it's tainted now. It's like fuck.
No, I still watch it. I don't give a fuck. I have nothing better to do. I work 7 days a week. I do what I want.
Yes. I have something a little different.
Invader Zim and all of that.
Yo, listen, we all know the chicks who had the Gru book bags are all trans now for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
I forget that you never
Because they scared off the mating males.
No shit.
Wait, Gru?
the door is hidden.
Yeah.
I will show you.
Oh, that's
Gur,
like, isn't that?
Gur.
Is-
That's
isn't
what I was
that
thinking of.
Minions?
Gur. No, Gur was the little, like, thing from Invader Zim.
The little
Uh,
green thing fucking brought to life.
Such questions.
Yeah, they didn't. I live in Canada. Like, I'm sure you, like, Zane told you. I don't think they aired it on either the cartoon channels we had here.
Yeah. Bro, Canada fucking sucks. You don't get Invader Zim. Your government wants you to kill yourself.
They might have.
Fucking
Yeah,
cringe.
that shit. I mean, you're memeing that shit. Give it like a year or two, and half of your states will have that too.
The underfoot.
Look, Trudeau is literally a fucking tyrant. I hate that.
I agree. I agree, and I did not vote for him. So
You vote for the dude. Voting conservative in Canada is such a
I
mean,
really wish we had better options, man. Fuck.
Look, look. I heard fucking that man Jordan Peterson say, "Oh yeah, I put some thought into running for political office," and I was just like, Jordan, do it. You'll pull like a fucking third. Of the
I'm not really a fan of him anymore.
Why?
What?
He's been acting like a bitch lately.
Oh, are you talking about his Twitter nonsense?
He's like, Reed, no one should be anonymous.
He's literally just a boomer on Twitter, dude. Like,
Yeah, I know, it's so fucking cringe, and also like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like he leans into the fucking religious shit way too much.
No, dude, you're talking to two based Orthodox Christians. Wrong answer.
That's fine.
Wrong answer.
That's fine.
We're hyper religious. I don't know. I know.
That's fine.
I know.
I
I'm just like, no. The religious stuff is good.
I just want to hear some base shit without all the Jesus talk. That's my personal opinion.
I don't know. Jordan. I think compared to some of the options you like, the Canadian Conservative Party for me, I've looked at some of the guys that
Yeah,
running.
they're basically like the rhinos in the States.
Yeah, it's just a no-go. It's just what part of Canada are you from, guy?
Eastern coastline.
Like
So-
Newfoundland, Eastern Coastline, or like
No, that's like off the coast. I don't know if you're familiar with New Brunswick. It's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the province north of Maine.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
I live like a 3-hour drive from the U.S. border in New Brunswick.
Okay. I mean, I guess that kind of tracks. Like,
I mean, the majority of the country, to be fair, lives within like at least a 10-hour drive of the U.S. border. Like, no one really lives. Like, you ever saw that meme image where it's like 50% of Canada lives below this line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's valid though. It's like, imagine meeting a Canadian and they're just like, "Yeah, I'm from the Northwest Territory." Oh my God.
Bro, I wound up in furry porn.
What's funny is my cousin's grandmother is actually from one of those places.
Fuck me, dude. That's got to be hard, man. That's got to be brutal.
Well, no, she didn't live there like for long. Her family moved down to Quebec in like
Canada,
like her early
with the
childhood.
snow fours.
Oh, so as a Canadian, I'm actually curious. What is your feeling about like the two language policy?
I think it should be English only. I think the French can get fucked.
Oh, that's the Anglo. I love it.
And what's funny is I live in a bilingual province.
So well, isn't most of Canada enforced
Nope.
to have like
No,
French?
no. It's really just Quebec. New Brunswick has some bilingual shit where they'll like have They'll have like the French on the packaging, but I think anything west of Ontario, they're super English.
Okay, that's yeah. And they
Bro.
got like the fucking
Because Ontario has a little bleed over because they're a neighboring province, just like New Brunswick with Quebec. So
I'm gonna go on this
Okay.
rampage with the werewolf, and I'm gonna try to kill Nazim.
I'm on the eastern side of Quebec. Fucking Ontario's on the western
Did
side.
you guys hear that?
Yeah. It's nighttime. He won't be out. But yeah.
Is he essential?
Is he a what?
Is he an essential NPC?
No. You can kill him.
I honestly I find Canadian politics just kind of interesting yet stale.
It's just discount British, so I don't see why it's that interesting. We literally have the same fucking political system. We just don't have the history. We just don't have the amount of history they do with it.
I mean, I find the British system interesting too. Like, I'd much rather watch PMQs than fucking C-SPAN.
Yeah, it's literally a clone of their system because obviously we're an offshoot of them, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't mind it. I hate that your electorate is like.
Yeah, I really wish we had
National Party is ignorant as shit.
I don't like how it works. We need a vote for specifically the prime minister. That's the problem because we don't. It's based on the party that has the most power at the end of the election.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then don't they appoint the prime minister?
Well, they already have them appointed. It's a party leader, and whoever's the party leader becomes prime minister.
I don't know. Maybe it's the American in me, but I don't like that.
I don't either, and I'm Canadian. Granted, I feel like an American in spirit trapped in a different country.
Well,
like I just hate my lucky, man. I'm born like 2 or 3 counties above America.
I'm sorry, but living in Maine would make your life like food.
It's
like
my province
is. The rate in the Northeast corridor is so bad, dude.
My province is pretty equal with the political mindset with fucking Maine, so it's not much different.
Yeah, literally the entire.
Oh my god, your frame rate just hit the floor for a second there. That was weird.
That was a stream.
Yeah.
Ooh, good.
It was only like 2 seconds. It wasn't as bad as that other time.
Yeah,
like
that entire area up there is in such a malaise, dude. It's rough. It's rough. Oh fuck! What are you about to do, bro? Oh.
In that first stream he did, there was like a moment where like his frame rate just went sub 20 for like 20 or 30 seconds. It was weird.
Holy fuck.
That AC Unity on fucking Xbox One experience.
Oh, for real.
Oh god, AC Unity multiplayer was fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever get like a Series S just for the shits and giggles for Game Pass down the road, it runs at 60 on that.
I got it on PC. I got it with a bundle.
Yeah, I wish it had crossplay, man. That's the thing that I hate. Like, I wish the developers would just like support it more and like update the older games to work with crossplay.
Yeah. Lock him up. You get him.
They can't damage you while you're in the animation, by the way.
Neat.
Yeah.
I mean, werewolf form looks really cool. I just wish it was better.
Bro, eat their corpses.
How do you do that?
You just press E. You press the activate. You will take damage though, so I'd run back and get some of the earlier corpses. Otherwise, you're gonna be kicked out of the form soon. I think it's 2.5 minutes by default, and then every person you eat adds like either 20 or 30 seconds to the counter, I think.
Oh, I love it.
It will also give you werewolf perks. Because Dawnguard added that, where you have an actual skill tree, so you can make your werewolf form stronger. It can have more health, you do more damage, shit like that.
Oh, I do have a question for you about a mod for Skyrim specifically.
Which one?
Did you ever play Enderal, the full conversion?
No. I considered it, but it was like a it's a big thing to sink your time into, and you got to total convert the game, so that means like, you know, I suppose you could always just do a second install to a different file path to like do that, so you can still play the original version of the game.
Honestly,
But
I'm thinking about streaming some Daggerfall at some point.
Yeah, I was saying you should stream your Morrowind playthrough too. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been playing Morrowind off stream, Tyler, and I was watching the Boondocks before I made my character. So his name is the Booty Warrior.
I love it.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the Boondocks?
I saw it a bit when I was a kid.
Not
Probably
the
wasn't appropriate.
Boondock Saints, the movie we watched
I know
that
what
I
the
turned
fuck it
off
is.
too early. Anyways, I'm talking to Tyler, the
Oh,
show.
okay.
Boondock Saints is fired on.
No, it's this anime. It's like this anime style show with like these hood rat kids who just get into antics.
I know Boondocks. I just
Yeah.
the Boondock Saints specific joke is something from Hellsing Abridged. It's old memeage.
Boondock fucking is Saints. Yeah, love
I
Boondock.
remember that. I've only seen a few episodes, but I just remember like this episode I watched when I was like 10 or 11, and it was like the end of the episode is like this hooker fucking running in high heels down this road chasing after a car.
Yeah, that tracks.
Fucking classic.
I watched an episode called The Booty Warrior, where you know the black guy who's
Oh my
married to a
god,
white
did you
woman?
just spawn back at the beginning of the dungeon?
Yeah,
Rip.
I'm not too worried. Anyways, the
You'll want to get the if you're gonna keep using beast form every now and then, you'll want to get the perk that lets you feed off of animals,
yeah,
because it will like you can just run around the wild in beast form and like kill wildlife and raise your perks with the werewolf form.
yeah. Anyways, Boondocks. The episode I watched was where you know the black guy in the show. I think his name's like Tim or some shit.
I don't remember. Like I said, the last time I watched it, I was like 12.
He's the black guy who's married to a white woman.
I think I know. Who you're
Is
talking about.
that is that the business one?
Yes, the one who Uncle Ruckus has performed an exorcism on.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he in one episode has a fear of going to prison and getting raped. So
Watch out! Ah, you hit it. God damn it.
You better get paralyzed, G, with all.
I
that
don't
emotion.
know why you're hitting me with the. why
Yeah,
you're
this
hitting me
isn't
with the
this isn't Morrowind, my dude. You don't get paralyzed unless you get hit with a spell, which doesn't like really happen in this game. I guess they like probably heard everyone bitching about like how everything gave you paralysis in Morrowind.
It's not too bad.
Well, I mean, look, learn how to manage your stamina, noob.
Well, it's not that. Like, if some fucking if some random like worm on the ground can fucking paralyze you in Morrowind, it's like, bro.
Here's the funny thing, though. Those things are passive. They won't attack you unless you attack them. They won't.
Yeah, I think
They won't.
that's true. But a lot of enemies also have paralyze effects on their weapons or spells, so it's not like it's just them.
Yeah. The problem is some of them can perma-lock you. Can
Yep.
perma-stun you. Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I think you're still allowed to use your inventory, right? So you just get like a paralyzed, like cure paralysis. Just have those on stock. and all.
Morrowind makes me feel like I'm playing a good game of Dungeons and Dragons. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, one small step and your game is over. Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah.
style.
Speaking of shit like that, have you ever tried Pillars of Eternity?
Yes, I played through the first one, and then I got like halfway through the second one, and then was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, you're not into it?
I mean, no, I don't get me wrong, I like it. It is a bit like even on the basic difficulty.
Are you
it
more of
feels
a Divinity guy?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm considering it. I just don't have a ton of money right now.
Just get
But it is on
Baldur's Gate
sale.
3. Just get Baldur's
It
Gate
is-
3. It's better.
I mean, it's not like fully out yet, right?
No, but
I think it's only on PC at the moment.
it's basically finished, from my understanding.
Yeah, it's only on PC at the moment, I think. Like they're waiting for the full release to release it on the consoles, I think.
Oh, me and Das Sauerkraut have been playing through Wasteland 3.
Yeah, I was in your call briefly when you were doing that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Is it good?
Like
Oh, fuck.
I had some fun with it. I don't remember why I stopped.
It's great. I really love it.
I got to that town, that little settlement with
fuck, hold on. Yet again,
you're flirting.
Yeah, I'm turning God mode on because I don't feel like
just throw a quick save on. I would have just threw a quick save.
I didn't mean to go into werewolf mode. Fuck.
Oof.
Which is why I'm like, I have a sliver of health left. God mode it is.
What was I saying before? I got to that settlement where they worship like fucking Ronald Reagan like a god.
We haven't got there yet.
That's
Dude, it's fucking.
They're
it's
called.
fucking hilarious.
Oh, Tyler, you're like this. They're called the Gippers.
The Gippers?
Yeah. You know, go out and win one for the Gipper. Bowman.
Dude,
you
they
meet
have
Bowman
a
in the
giant-
apocalypse.
They have a
POV
giant
bump.
statue of Reagan. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, it's
Hey,
awesome.
look, out of all the presidents, that might be the best shot. Although I don't know.
What is funny, by the way, is you can tell Obsidian is pretty lefty. So like they're probably intending it in a like a negative way, but all I can think when I get to that settlement is based.
Yeah, super based.
Can we talk
I would
about?
say go ahead.
Can we talk about for a minute how the new Black Panther movie is literally just a race war between Mexicans and black people?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I haven't actually watched it, but I'm pretty sure like the long man and his crew already fucking came to that conclusion too.
Oh, Zane, I gotta mention this. I was watching this video the other day. I scrolled across on fucking YouTube Shorts on like a brain dump, and it was literally this black guy talking about why the first Black Panther movie is like super fucked up because it was written by like a white guy or whatever, obviously because it's Hollywood. But he said if you think about the storyline, it's actually super fucked because it's basically telling Native Africans that you should stay conservative. Christian and like stay away from this woke Black America bullshit. If you really think about it, like
Yeah, the bad guy of the movie is literally just Black Hitler.
Yeah, essentially, and the guy was.
Oh, you know what made me fucking sad, by the way? Like, I used to feel bad about fucking Chadwick dying, but like he apparently said that he empathized more with fucking Killmonger than his own character. So I was like, oh, dude, come on.
Well, if you look at Chadwick's shit, I mean, I thought he was a good actor, but like, he did like the Jackie Robinson movie and the Jim Brown movie and stuff like that. I mean, that kind of attitude tracks. Like, that definitely makes sense for him.
I mean, is that equivalent to fucking saying, yo, I fucking empathize with Black Hitler?
No, it's not. But I'm saying that mindset is there.
Yeah. It just made me sad because I was like, oh, I actually felt bad about him dying when that happened. And then I learned that, so that made me go like, bruh.
Yeah, and then you suddenly don't feel bad anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's tragic for his family, I guess, but fuck.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I've told my wife this on many occasions, and she's not like super big on the idea, but I've told her, I was like, I've thought intensely about moving away from America, like once she and I have our degrees and stuff like that, and like possibly moving towards Europe, just because I want to kind of go somewhere.
And you think, if you think fucking America's cursed with the shit going on, bro, Europe.
Oh no. So I know Europe has its own problems, but specifically the white versus black problem here in America, where it's like everybody always says like, "Oh, the white people racist. They look at black people when they cross the street."
Listen, he's talking about moving to like Eastern Europe.
Just move to fucking like Vermont. They got no black people there.
No. It's not. I don't have a problem with black people at all. I'm not very racist. Like, I mean, Zane,
Yeah, I know. Zane memes it up.
Yeah, Zane memes it up for shits and giggles, but me personally, I'm not. And my wife definitely isn't. But
Yeah,
we're
neither am I. I just like I'm fine with the edgy jokes.
When you
Yeah.
go into like these African American neighborhoods, and you get dirty looks because it's like, oh, it's the fucking white man. Like, I don't want to fucking walk down the street in a minorly poor area and get dirty looks because I'm fucking white. Like, it's gotten to a point where it's done a full fucking circle where it's like, oh, the white man oppressed.
Honestly,
black
if it wasn't for all the fucking immigration over the last like 5 years where I live, wouldn't be so bad. If you could handle the cold. I mean, if you move to Europe, that's just going to be a thing you're going to have to deal with. So either way.
Well, personally, I wouldn't mind like moving to the Balkans, into an area that's not particularly ridden with ethnic violence, but
Yeah.
or Ireland or Poland.
I mean, like I said, where I live isn't too bad with that. Like, you don't hear about like killings and like assaults super often where I live. It's like
It's not
a
like
more
fucking
rare thing.
British Columbia
It's
that
a
has, like,
little.
a
It's. I've noticed it has been happening a little more often, but that might not necessarily just be like the immigration factor. It's that my region of Canada is one of the fastest growing in the country, population-wise.
I mean, that makes sense. I feel like the rest of the country is pretty much stagnating. Like the St. Lawrence River area is just getting
I don't
completely.
get why Canada has such a small population. I get like the fucking northern territories, obviously, like wouldn't be able to sustain a population, but the southern half realistically should be able to sustain like at least 100 million people. Like I don't see why like it's only at 40.
Oh no,
Because we got colonized at the same fucking time as you guys. So it's
if
weird
I
that-
get a degree where I'm making like if I'm making $100,000 a year from home and I'm working from home, I'm moving to fucking Thailand.
I mean, you're gonna get some funky looks in malaria, but go for it. It's cheap.
I mean, listen, I'll just move to Phuket. There's tons of tourists over there, anyways. It's on the beach. I just go hang out and train Muay Thai all day.
That's fair. I mean, my wife and I floated an idea. We were there's a very weird like exchange program.
Be careful. Just be careful, Zane. You're blonde, so you'd be a bigger target for human trafficking.
I don't think
That's
they're
a problem. No, that is a problem in Asia.
I don't think they're gonna human traffic my big ass.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 little Thai dudes with good roundhouses can fuck you up.
Well, it's also because like it's like a cartel there. They do have like guns and weapons, believe it or not.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Listen. Top G Rick did it.
I'm just
20
saying. I'm
years,
just
I'll
warning
be
you.
fine.
Like any of the mainland Asian countries, like you got to worry about that. It's not as bad in Japan, obviously, but like,
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not gonna be. I'm just gonna be a hermit and just go to the
Yeah.
gym. Be a pillar of the community. Like,
Just the old white man that died alone in the middle of a Thai suburb.
I mean, it's like, no, we don't traffic him. He gives good money to schools.
you think he won't have his ladyboy concubines?
Well, I don't know about ladyboys.
Look, an old Zane would have definitely took that, but I think a new Zane would make it happen.
I'm a changed man, you see. Oh man, fucking A. Romania is definitely an option as long as you keep your mouth shut.
I gotta learn the fucking language. That shit's brutal as hell.
I don't know. Andrew Tate was
You don't want to say some non-state approved things unless you want to get tated.
Yeah. Love that. I don't know. Bulgaria's not bad.
What if it turns out that he actually did the shit they're still claiming he did?
I'll be honest. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I won't be surprised. Although I will be minorly disappointed because he's completely torching establishment media, and they fucking hate it. Because even though they banned his shit, and completely tried to wipe him off the face of the planet.
Yeah, because that's everything that the fucking mainstream needs. Like, man, if they can actually prove he did this shit, then that's gonna fuck the right wing movement for a long time. Like, that's gonna be a smear. That's the problem, right? That's the thing, right? The left can do as much shit as they want, but if the right does one fucking thing out of line, man, we get fucked.
I mean, the Milo Yiannopoulos thing didn't fucking fuck over the right for too long. I just want to say, did I not say at the beginning of all this, don't let the left choose our heroes for us when fucking with Andrew Tate? That was my opinion on him.
Yeah.
I like the guy. I agree with a lot of what he says, right? But his fundamental problem is that he made his money off of pornography. And
Yeah, his main problem is he has the Coomer mentality.
and you
mixed
can't
with, mixed
you
with Chad
can't
attitude.
well it's you can't be a you can't be offering the solution to the problem while also being part of the problem.
Right place.
Yeah. I mean, look, the shit he advocates against about like women and shit like that, it's inherently a moral issue, while he is inherently immoral.
Yes.
Inherently. Like,
Yes, you cannot be the salesman for men's suffering while also
Can
telling
I just
them.
say this really quick? By the way, I know this is off topic, but I just noticed it because you got on the cart. With where fucking their tails are placed, wouldn't Khajiits just fucking snap their fucking their first vertebrae on the tail every time they sit down?
Maybe it's double jointed.
Anyways, sorry about that. Back to the fucking topic.
Anyways, but what Andrew Tate gets wrong is it's like you cannot be enabling men's suffering in this way while preaching against it. It makes you a hypocrite.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
like
been my
running-
problem from the beginning.
Yeah, running a fucking OnlyFans factory, like while preaching about being a Chad, doesn't mix.
Well, you know, the only reason.
Is one thing, but my beef with it all is he talked about like all this shit is so bad, like the women you can't just find a good woman anymore, like it's just not a thing. But the way that what his solution to this problem is to get so much money to have multiple women, like just buying into the fucking problem.
Yeah,
Like, oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to fix the
My problem-
environment, so just fucking play the game and be good at it.
My problem is I'm too much of a boomer zoomer. I don't use TikTok, so I didn't really know any of this shit until like near the end. Like I saw everybody like screeching about like him and the shit he was saying like around December, and then that happened. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, he kind of got on the ass end of a whole movement with guys like Kevin Samuels and like Fresh and Fit and shit like that, who are already advocating against like a shitload of like, well, there's people like Jordan Peterson who come at it from a super like moralistic point of view.
well,
like,
a lot of
they're-
these guys rose up because Jordan Peterson was comatose for most of 2019 and 2020.
Yeah, these guys came out and were like way more.
Yeah,
embracing.
it really sucks. It really sucks that he has those fucking. It really sucks that him and his daughter have all those fucking health issues.
Yeah, well, his
That's how they got trapped on the drugs. So she managed to beat it, and like I'll give her credit on that.
well, you
But
know,
man, my man, got fucking wrecked by the painkillers and shit.
well, you know, the reason that happened though was, I mean, I can't. People fault him for that, but it's like, I don't know,
it is
like,
what it is.
like
If he
it's-
had a health issue and he got addicted to the drug he had to be put on, it happens. That happened to my uncle. It sucks.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like he wasn't even realize he didn't
No,
even
Gordon's
realize
still-
he was a direct. Yeah, I know. He didn't even realize he was addicted until after the fact.
And that's usually what happens. Like my uncle was trying to go to college to like become like a fucking either like become a he was training to be a police officer, and then he had a back issue that flared up and he had to get like I think he had to get an operation and they put him on painkillers and he just got addicted and flunked out.
That happens. That happens to a ton of guys in the military that come back from overseas, or they have like a training incident and they get injured, and they put them on like these really violent fucking narcotics. Like, and I can say this because it happened to me a little bit. Like, I didn't get injured. Like, I got my wisdom tooth, like 2 of my wisdom teeth removed, right? And they prescribed
God,
me
I'm so
fucking-
lucky that I didn't have problems with mine.
Like, they prescribed me like a thing of like 15 hydros, and I'm
like one
yo,
of
this
those-
is fucking insane.
I'm like one of those rare people who fucking didn't have any major issues with my wisdom teeth.
I only got
Like,
3
one
of
of
them. I was supposed
one
to.
of
get
them,
taken out. I don't know when I'm gonna do that.
One of them came in slightly like crooked, but not like in a way that's harmful. It's just like, you know, it's a slightly crooked tooth. It's not like
Oh yeah, they
malignant.
just came in funky.
Yeah, and
Ben
it's not like you
Askren.
can see them anyways. They're so far back in your mouth that no one would notice anyways. So,
Funky, like Ben Askren.
but it's just like, I feel lucky about it because like I think my mom and fucking like my sister and a few other people had to get them ripped out, and from what I've heard, they suck.
Dude, they're really gnarly. I was out of work, so they only give you like 3 days out of work traditionally, but
Oh really? Here they give you like a week.
He's in the military.
well, I think
Oh,
the
true.
military 3 days.
True.
And the thing is, it fucked me up so bad. I was out for a week and a half. So like, what happened was, they were saying like, okay, take this ibuprofen, try to eat, but you can't eat like normal shit, right?
You
So
gotta
what
get like
happened was-
yogurt, soup, fucking ice cream, shit like that.
Well, not even, because the problem is you can't suck anything. You can't
Yeah.
suck a straw. You can't suck like the edge of a bowl to get soup out. You just have to let it fall into your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So it makes eating really difficult on top of the pain. So what happened to me is they were having me take ibuprofen, high dosage ibuprofen, to like knock off the pain. And on top of that, they gave me hydros, and they were like, "Well, okay, just take the hydros to sleep." And my brother got addicted to opioids, so I was very against the hydros in general. So I didn't take any of them.
Yeah,
So
my mom refused like narcotic fucking painkillers when she had her shoulder
Yeah.
surgery. She just suffered
Yeah.
through it. It sucked.
I mean, look, it's
But
hard.
she
It's
saw
hard, but-
she saw what happened to her brother, so she just didn't want to do that.
Yeah, like it's really painful and really difficult, but at the same time, it's like you understand the consequences. So you really gotta just kind of make that
I
decision.
think Tim Pool said the same fucking thing. Like he had one painkiller and he was like, he felt like he was on cloud nine and it fucking scared him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Tim Pool, but I mean, I can give a friend that opinion.
Why aren't you a big fan of Tim Pool? I wanna get this take.
I mean, I don't have a problem with a lot
I
of
definitely
this
think he has. I definitely think he has his problems, but I just like having someone who's not too bent on the religious side. Like I find this is the problem. Sargon and his crew is starting to get into with the Lotus Eaters. They're starting to like moralize off the religious argument too much instead of just like going off of the actual core values.
All right, Tyler, let's get your take.
I don't have a problem with a ton of his takes or anything like that. It's just Tim Pool is, with my current level of like conservative thinking and the way that I think about things, he's a bit soy for my taste.
When was the last time you watched him?
I only get clips. I only get clips every now and then. I think the last time
I find he's not like super conservative, but I find he's definitely radicalized towards the right wing line. I thought a lot more over the last few years.
Yeah, it seems like he
Like
caught the ass.
he's pro life. He's pretty pro life now. So
Yeah.
and he wasn't. He's pro Second Amendment, like he wasn't initially.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
he was like slightly
Hardcore
right.
pro Second Amendment actually. Like he has tons of guns now.
Yeah, he started off as slightly right of center, and that was just because he got ostracized so hard by the media that.
Saying you might want to quick save.
Why are you giving me gameplay tips? It's like 20 minutes after it happens.
Yeah, fuck. You just blew through like 10 lockpicks.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
he's fine.
Like the only reason Tim Pool it seemed like he stumbled onto the right was he got kind of ostracized by media, if I remember correctly. Like he kind of got picked on a bit by the media, and it red pilled him a little bit. And from the beginning, it's like I didn't mind a lot of his opinions, but a lot of the people he surrounded himself with have definitely pushed him farther to the right, and I don't have a problem with that necessarily. It's just his general personality isn't something I look for in a political commentator. Like I listen to a lot of the other sides of it. You asked me like how recently have I watched? The last thing I watched was when that crypto guru who was out in the Bahamas got fucking arrested the other day.
I just
For
want
all
like.
that fucking shit.
Wasn't that like a month or two ago?
It was like two and a half weeks ago when he got arrested.
Sam Bankman. No, that was like early December, man.
Look, man, my fucking weeks run together. I'm in the middle of moving my house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
he's
that
a-
happened like I think that was like the end of November
Yeah,
actually.
I
That was a
should-
while back.
I should mention Tyler's moving to fucking Hawaii.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. You guys won't be able to hang out anymore.
I mean, I'm gonna go over there. I have a couch to crash on in Hawaii now. Like, fuck.
I mean, I was in Oklahoma and he was in North Carolina, so we were already pretty separated. It's just getting around the way the soccer stays up at night. I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to catch him with the time zone difference. It's not actually that bad.
Oh man, though, like, what's that Drew Mora video that I told you about with like his theory on what Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be like? Man, if they even do half of that shit, especially near the end with the Durrani clan, man, that shit's gonna be wild.
Honestly, they should have almost all the guys from Fletch Muppet on as consultation writers for the main theory, like, because I think those guys are brilliant, to be honest.
Yeah, I really would just like they need a fucking proper lore master. That's the problem. I don't think they have one at the moment. They used to back when like Morrowind and Oblivion
his name was
up there.
Kirkbride. Now he's writing Coda, and it's fucking insane.
They shipped away.
To be
Kirkbride.
fair, like I don't know if I think some of that shit should be canon. Some of the extra shit he did after he left, that's a little too wild. Like
Look,
too off the
some of it
fucking
is
walls.
wild. Some of it is super wild, but you gotta
It's a little
think, like,
too off the walls, in my opinion, for the world of Elder Scrolls. But maybe, I don't know.
I mean, on a scale, like, you gotta think of, like, the fantasy scaling, though. Like, think of all the main fantasy worlds you think of. Like, Elder Scrolls already is super way the fuck out there.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It
all-
is.
already
It's
pretty-
mainly Morrowind that does that. Like every other game isn't too extreme with that. It's mainly Morrowind that made the fucking lore of the world that fucking insane.
Nah.
I mean, that's well, it's strayed away from traditional fantasy because they took all these Middle Eastern elements. And honestly, it was cash. It was fucking lit.
Middle Eastern. It feels more like Asian. A lot of it.
Well, I remember going back and watching like Todd Howard interviews, and they said that they were bringing in like it's not Arabic influence, but like if you think of more the way society.
I mean, makes sense with the slavery.
Oof. Big fact.
Shout out World Cup Qatar.
Mamlooks.exe, but anyways, the way that the society is set up is very reminiscent of like Middle Eastern families and stuff like that. The designing of everything is very Oriental, but the way
I was thinking the idea with the whole clans too, like the big fucking clans.
yeah, that's
That's
like
very East Asian as well.
Well, if anything, it's more steppe people than I'd say East Asian.
Well, yeah, steppe is like Mongolia's East Asia, right?
Well, I consider it Central Asia because that's like the Mongols were essentially Central Asians. That's where all their peoples are settled now.
Well,
Like,
I
when
consider,
you say East Asian, when you say
like
East
you know
Asian,
Asia starts at Turkey, right?
no, yeah, I'm tracking that. I'm tracking that.
Yeah,
but
so
when you
I
say,
consider that more on the east side.
when you say
it's
East
not like-
Asia, though, I'm thinking like Han,
Yeah, you're
Chinese.
thinking of Japan, yeah. I get it, like Japan and China, but like it still would be kind of in that ballpark. They're more
That's
northeast. They're more northeast, like Siberia.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I could see that, but they're not but they're not really herder people.
Well, it's obviously a mix of cultures. It's not just one specific cultures, and they're also doing their own unique things with it to try to keep it feeling fresh. And that's like, that's the thing I've been hating is like if fucking Tez 6 is Hammerfell, that means we've had 3 straight games that are all in human cultures in Tamriel.
I want my Khajiit game, damn it.
Yeah, like we haven't had like I think like Elsewhere plus Valenwood because they're smaller provinces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they could call it Elder Scrolls Dominion, right? And maybe they could have an expansion that has you go to fucking Somerset, and maybe like that would. I think that's what they're gonna do for Test 7. To be honest, I feel like that's the route they're gonna go. It's gonna be the end of that saga that they set up with Skyrim, and like that's gonna be like the Second Great War, basically.
Oh,
deal.
Tyler, we're finally at it. You know how I spent
What's up?
$50 of beer on New Year's?
Wait, what happened?
You know how I bought all that fucking beer on New Year's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finally at the last one.
He has a problem.
Imagine someone.
I don't have a
someone-
problem. I've had like 4 beers tonight. What do you want from me? It's been
Man,
like
imagine.
I've just been trying to get it out of my fucking fridge. I don't have a problem.
Imagine someone stumbles on this channel like 3 years from now and just watches this,
Oh, I know, dude. I had like 20 people watch one of my streams.
and they're just gonna be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Autism.
I'm gonna get called in my commander's office and be like, "Why did you have any amount of political opinions and mention the army in this?"
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. You're not allowed to do that, right? Fuck.
Not
I thought that was only. I thought that was only for like more like the higher ranks.
Bro, it'd be really funny just your army commander watching the first 45 minutes, having to watch like an hour and a half of this shit.
I mean, if he does that, then he's a true no lifer.
yeah, I know. It's like, fuck.
I mean, this really is the type of shit like, oh, you get famous, and then somebody digs up your old streams, and it's like, oh, oopsie poopsie.
Oh, dude, I already worry about the possibility of me getting famous for some random bullshit, and then like just all the degenerates I used to hang out with coming back to
To be
haunt me.
honest, that was one of the big reasons I fucking like. I tried YouTube in the early 2010s. Like I wasn't really good at it, so it's not like I would have been really big. But I had about 120 subs by the time I stopped, right? That was kind of the reason I stopped. I was thinking, oh man, like if I get too famous and I say some edgy shit, right?
Oh, hey guys, you know how Dan Hartman's a piece of shit?
Oh yeah. Well, I've
Appar-
also known Royland is he made fucking cartoons about naked kids
He's facing
back in the
domestic
day.
violence charges now.
Yeah, like both of them are fucked.
Yeah.
I've been hearing rumors.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I could ever do any type of social media, YouTube, anything regardless. Like, my subject matter tends to be, like, way too,
There'd be
way
an
too
audience.
serious.
There'd be an audience for it.
I'd like
I
to
mean,
like
there
have
would-
a
there
Just you sit.
I'd like-
Listen, I think you could get like a couple thousand subscribers. Just you sitting in your chair and it's like, all right, class, today we are going to talk about Chinese republicanism.
I'd love to fill that niche that Vinny has, where he doesn't have to show his face. It's just shooting the shit and playing any video game he wants. Like he doesn't do any of this fucking trendy bullshit very often.
Can we talk about how gay dragons are in Skyrim for a minute?
What?
Okay, so you know, in D&D, dragons are these incredible creatures, and they're trying to do the same thing with Skyrim. That's why Alduin's like the fucking world eater, and they have this magical language and shit. Right, and it's really quite impressive, right? It's like, this is cool lore, but dragons are sentient beings, right? So when you run a dragon encounter in D&D, the dragon will do things that will counteract you, that are intelligence. Sometimes they'll shapeshift into humans and fuck with you for a little bit, right? Like, it's just
Dude,
something
my
happen.
problem-
But
My problem
but,
with what they did with.
but in
Okay.
Skyrim, the dragon just shows up, spits some fire at you, and flies around like a fucking asshole, and then gets his shit kicked in. And it's like, why isn't there
My
a dialogue
problem-
system? Why can't I negotiate a peace with the dragon? Like, why can't I
my
talk
problem
to him?
is like my problem is I just think the idea and like the ambition of this game was too fucking early for its time with what they wanted to do with it. Like, what you can clearly tell what they were trying to go for, but they just couldn't pull it off with what they had.
Yeah.
And like I don't even know if they could have pulled it off on PS4 Xbox One era, but like, have you played Elden Ring and see how the dragons are in that game?
No maidens.
Dude, they'll like fucking like walk on the side of cliffs and shit and like target you from from that angle and shit, and like they'll like position themselves around in ways that you never see in Skyrim. Like, it's like, you know, their AI is actually intelligent. Also, they're just bigger.
Yeah, like the size isn't my problem, right? You know, I get it. There's software limitations and stuff, but why are they just like?
But the dragons in fucking Elden Ring actually feel like a threat.
Everything in Elden Ring feels like a fucking threat.
Bro, Elden
not
Ring's
really,
a role-playing
but-
game. You're playing the role of the victim.
Nah, the grunt enemies are like fucking Swiss cheese by the time you're even like mid-leveled.
I'm
Bro.
terrified of any Soul-style game. Like, I'm
How
traumatized
far did you ever get in? Did you ever play it? How far did you get in?
The Elden Ring?
Yo, that's the silver armor set, by the way.
I know.
Nice.
You talking about how far I got into Elden Ring?
Yeah, if you ever played it.
Oh no, I didn't play it.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
I mean,
any Soul-style
the,
game is traumatizing.
I used to be like that, like a long time ago, right? Then, because I had both. I had both a PS4 and an Xbox One during the last gen. I only have a Series X at the moment because, you know, getting a PS5 is a nightmare right now. Well, it's not so bad anymore, but it's just the price hike in Canada is kind of fucking ridiculous on it.
Fair.
What was I saying? Yeah. So they had made Bloodborne free at one point on
Oh yeah,
PS4.
that shit's fast though. That's very fast for Souls.
Yes, but it was my introduction into it. I did play a teeny tiny bit Dark Souls 1 when they made it free on Xbox Live a long ass time ago, but I don't know, it never it didn't click with me. I think it was just too slow
Yeah.
compared to
Well, if you
compared to
thought
their later
slow
ones, because
slow, you should-
DS3 is when they DS3 is when 2 is cancer. DS3 is when they DS3 is when they started making it faster paced in like the other games. I guess you could say Bloodborne's really the start of that, but
I quite
basically
like Elden
translated-
Ring. I only got to the first. I still haven't beat the fucking first boss, but I like Elden Ring.
You should go back to it. It's pretty good. And they're probably going to announce the fucking expansion sooner or later. Actually, that might be at the Xbox show, because they did a lot of the advertising with Xbox when they were revealing it.
Yeah, I need to go back to it, but will I? No.
It's really good.
Not for a
The
while.
early game is a bit of a slog because, like he just said, that's when it's the roughest because it's like you're weak to everything. Everything fucking like two shots you or one shots you.
No. I have a character who I grinded the levels and shit up on. It's just I can't get past the first boss. He's like level 30.
Do you wait your character?
Yes.
Not strong enough.
Well, anyways,
that or your gear sucks. You should try to find.
That is what it is. But
you
I'll
should
be
try
real
to
with
find
you.
some
It's
of
just
the.
I just don't have the time right now. I'm
I get
working
it.
7 days.
Yeah,
a
I
week,
definitely
dude.
get that. Yeah, but if you ever get back to it, go clear some of the mine bosses, the early level ones, and you can get the smithing stones, like infinite purchase, instead of just having to find them in the wild. So that's definitely a priority in the early game is getting some of those set up.
Yeah.
And then find good grinding areas for what your character can handle.
Oh, I have one.
Where is
have
it?
one. It's right out there past that keep with the fucking sneaky assassins. I've just learned how to sneak up on them real good and grind up.
Sneakies. Where exactly is this?
No, I'd have to install the game and boot up and look. I don't know.
Like, do you
It's
remember anything about it?
I remember that those guys who wield the fucking scythes and shit, and the fucking they were one-shotting me for a while.
Okay. Is it in Cancerland or the starting area?
I think it's in Cancerland.
Okay.
I
think it's that fort up on the. Up on
Yeah,
that cliff.
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I never used that one. My grinding zones. My first one was the guards right outside of Market's boss room. Like that tunnel that leads up to his boss arena. There's like a bunch of guards that lead up to that. I used to use them as a farming source, but they're really only for the early characters, right? Like the first 20 or so levels. It's gonna be tough at first, but you want to go to Cancerland, find the dragon area. There's an area off to the side, away from them. Oh wait, you're gonna want to kill the big dragon. There's a way to cheese it.
I know about the big dragon. I was saving it for later.
Well, yeah, but once you kill it, it kills all the other dragons, so that area is a lot safer. And you get all the souls, obviously.
I'm honestly, I don't know. I tell you what I want. I want a game that makes me feel like I'm playing Oblivion for the first time again. That's all I want.
I think there's a number of factors that will never let that happen.
Oh, there absolutely is. I played Morrowind for the first time when I was like, God, 11, 12?
Yeah, my thing is I never had an Xbox until I was a teenager, so Oblivion was my first experience with Tez.
Yeah, no, I didn't play Oblivion until I was...
Then
I played it when I was 11, and it was the most magical thing ever.
Then I played Morrowind, and I was like, this is too jank, and obviously I didn't keep playing it. Now I'm like, now that I know how the nuances work in that game a bit better, I'm able to start enjoying it. It was just like, coming off of Oblivion, and then if you played Skyrim after, and then you go back to Morrowind, it's like, yeah, this feels weird.
I don't know. Honestly, when I eventually...
I like it now. Now that I'm getting the nuances and getting past the filter of an early player, like when you're still like weak and can't hit enemy like a bunch of the times.
When I played Skyrim eventually, I was disappointed. Even as a kid, I was like...
In Skyrim.
Yeah. The novelty of Skyrim wore off rather quickly. And I'm like, this just isn't as fun. The world's just not as interesting. The quest lines aren't as good. I don't care as much about the characters.
To this day, I still haven't finished all the Daedric quests in Oblivion because they're just so...
I don't know what it is. I didn't start feeling critical about Skyrim until like years later. Like, I did just really like it when it first came out. I think it's probably just because my tastes weren't as like refined back then, but
Your taste is cringe, brother.
Yes. I wasn't able to... The other problem was I just didn't have a source of income when I was a kid, so I would only get the games that my parents could afford to get me, so I think I cherished the games more. I think that's what really happened.
Oh, I cherish the games a lot.
So it's like, that's why AC2 is still like, I still have the most nostalgia for that, even though objectively it's like, it's still a great game, but Brotherhood is like fundamentally better on most aspects.
I remember I had saved up money, and this was like I was like 13 maybe, or maybe I was 12. I was mowing
You're
lawns.
gonna talk about AC3.
No, I'm
You're gonna
not.
talk about it.
I'm not gonna talk about AC3. I saved up a bunch of good like, I had saved up like $40, and I couldn't decide between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
Mike is muffled, bro.
I couldn't decide between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, right?
Okay.
And my mom just looked at me and go, just get both of them. I'm not worried
Damn.
about it. Yeah.
Hype.
Yeah, that was great. Just pay for one, I'll pay for the other one. Don't worry about it. And
Unfortunately, I played New Vegas first, so 3 was kind of disappointing me.
3 is
Afterwards.
definitely a disappointment after Vegas.
Dude,
Yeah, if you play 3 first,
Yeah.
it would be the other way around. It's like, oh my god, this game is so cool once you play New Vegas. Because it feels like such a step up in a lot of aspects, but like, doing it in
You do it
reverse.
backwards, it's just not the same.
I'll say this, this might be controversial. I like the world of 3 better. It feels more post-apocalyptic to me, and that's what I like about it.
DC's a fucking shithole.
I know, but that's it's Fallout. That's the whole point.
I'll never forget the
No,
butthole clenching fear.
More apocalyptic. It's like the concrete jungle just blew the fuck up as expected.
Yeah, and that's what, because I never played a game like that before, so, like, even coming off New Vegas, like, it had some ruined buildings, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like just, like, that's the other problem with, like, 360 era games and Skyrim again, is, like, with the amount of AI these games have, even if it's not, like, the best AI, obviously, right? But the amount of AI these games, and they have all these schedules running in the background, they couldn't make the cities fucking huge, because that would have crippled the CPUs.
Yeah.
Of those systems, so like it's fucking Las Vegas, and yet it's like 5 city blocks.
Yeah, but that's just limitations, like you said.
I
mean,
know,
there's nothing.
I know, and like, but somehow 3 didn't feel like that as much, and I think it's because of how dense it felt when you got into the city.
I haven't
I
played
feel like
three in
out of all
years.
games Bethesda's ever done, I feel like for all of its faults, obviously, like it is flawed in so many ways, but for all of its faults, that is the thing Fallout 4 got done the best out of any game they made. Boston is like I remember like when I got to Boston, and it actually felt like really fucking cool.
Boston was
the first
terrifying the first time I went in, and it's like, fuck, if I turn a corner and there's a super mutant, I'm fucked.
I think the scaredest I've been in a game, truly, is like the most panic I've ever felt in a game is Fallout 3. That first supermarket you come across, that's full of the ghouls.
It's not ghouls in that, it's raiders.
Oh, raiders. Yeah, that's what it was. It was raiders.
Yeah, the ghouls are in the metro tunnels.
Yeah, going in there and just getting fucked up.
Oh yeah, like I said, I played 3 after New Vegas, so I was more used to it by then, so it wasn't as bad. Like, I was used to the mechanics and just how things play in that game, so it was like, yeah, it was neat. I remember, because I wasn't used to that kind of game and playing games in first person at all, because I came off of like, when I had a 360, I came off of having a PS2, and there wasn't as much, like, first-person shooters on that system, obviously. So, playing Oblivion in first person, and, like, going through the caves, like, the dungeons with the zombies and shit. I know it's funny, because it's so fucking cartoony looking now, like, you know, compared to modern games, but, man, I remember being really, like, on edge. Guys,
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
did you hear what I said?
Yes.
No, I missed that. Sorry.
I was saying, I know it's funny now because of how cartoony the game looks by today's standards, but I came off of having a PS2, right, which didn't have a lot of first-person games compared to, like, Xbox. So when I played Oblivion for the first time, and, like, playing it in first person, and going through, like, dungeons with, like, zombies and shit, and how dark Oblivion could be, like, not, like, in tone so much, but just how actually dark the game could be.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being so fucking on edge a lot of the time, which is funny as shit because everything looks silly in Oblivion now.
Yeah. I mean,
But, like,
when I go back and play it, and I know it's a dungeon where the enemies are strong as fuck, I'm still kind of terrified. Especially if I'm sneaking, because the sneaking is like really ass. So like when I'm in sneak mode and I'm in a dungeon where there's like vampires or fucking trolls, dog, my butthole is puckered. I'm like, fuck, if I turn this corner and I'm not quick enough, your boy is dead.
Yeah. Man, I doubt they'll do it, but I really want some more like parkour climbing elements.
Oh,
Like,
I want
I want
acrobatics as a major skill.
dude, even just all they need to do is just a simple ledge grabbing mechanic. That's all they need to add. They don't need to go Assassin's Creed. All they need at least is a ledge grab mechanic, and you're already like 5 steps above. Like,
Come out like a
you know,
man, like a mantle.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just being able to like
Oh,
jump and
God.
grab a ledge and just pull yourself up. Like, you know, like Halo Infinite, right?
Where it belongs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Just that.
So,
All that, like, that's literally all they need to improve the fucking climbing system, like, tenfold over what Skyrim has.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the mantle in Halo Infinite completely changed the style of how Halo is played, in my opinion.
You know it was in 5, right?
I didn't play 5. 'cause
Halo
I
5 was
reviewed-
cringe.
It is.
and I was-
I liked the movement mechanics. I'm like one of the people who actually like the movement mechanics from 5. But I just like faster paced movement in games, so that's why I liked it. But yeah, they introduced the mantling in 5, and then they cut back on a lot of the mechanics in Infinite with it. They did bring in the grappling hook though, so they made up for it with that.
Is it just me, or were the advanced movement CODs not as bad as everybody fucking said?
No,
Don't
say
know.
it. I'll
Personally,
say it. Black Ops 3 was good.
This might sound sacrilegious. This might sound sacrilegious. I never really played the CODs very much, ever.
No, that's not sacrilegious. That's completely fine.
I've only owned Black Ops 1 and I think COD 4.
I mean, those are two of the better ones, to be fair.
Yeah.
So you know.
But I just
That's
like
pretty-
it sounds really hypocritical because I was a fan of Assassin's Creed, but I just saw them coming out every year and I was like, how do they even make them quality? Right? Obviously,
Well, I mean, yeah,
obviously later you
that's
find
super
out that they have
critical.
obviously later you find out that they have multiple studios, so it's the same as what Ubisoft does.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's
although
not
Assassin's
as bad.
Creed- I'm a huge AC fan, but like, I bought Valhalla with such high hopes, and I wasn't particularly disappointed. But it has
Yeah,
like
I hate this
unlike
attitude that
most-
Valhalla was the worst game they've ever made. I still feel like Odyssey is the real cardinal sin.
Well, Odyssey. The problem with Odyssey is that it was a good game that wasn't an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Valhalla felt more like an Assassin's Creed than even Origins.
Bruh, I tried playing Odyssey. I hated it so much.
Well, no. So the thing is Odyssey,
If you play
Odyssey-
if you play Odyssey as a Greek fantasy RPG, it's fun.
I'm sure.
If
I
you
just couldn't get
Yeah,
into
if you ignore
it.
that
I'm
it's
like,
Assassin's Creed.
it felt like, oh yeah, the game. It felt like generic video game. That they didn't feel
Yeah.
like. I mean, it's like. Aren't I supposed to be an assassin? What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
It's technically before the Assassin Order was created, so I think that's the argument they go with. But it's just like,
My brother in Christ, assassin is in the name.
I know.
I mean,
They
if
did.
anything-
They did try to go into the fan service element with one of the expansions by like telling the origin story of the guy who invented the Hidden Blade.
I mean, I feel like I got more from fucking Origins about how he killed fucking Cyrus the Great with that shit. I mean, I was more interested in that than Odyssey.
Yeah. Oh man, Origins is still one of my favorite fucking games. Like, say what you want about them leaning into the RPG aspects a little bit with it. It's one of my favorite settings in video games. It's like, oh man, it's so good. I just wish they didn't lean into the fucking RPG leveling system, man.
Protect yourself or
That game world with an actual, like, with older school AC mechanics. Could you
Yeah.
imagine what that would have been like?
Yeah, put that in Black Flag's engine or like style. Oh, fucking epic.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Nuclear take incoming.
Go ahead.
3 was better than Black Flag.
Uh,
Everyone just
I'll
creams
agree-
their jeans
I'll
about the ship
agree.
mechanics.
I'll agree. No, actually, I don't even like the shit mechanics that much. I'll agree with the fucking combat. The story's better though. Black Flag.
Listen,
Yeah,
bro,
Black Flag-
25%
Black Flag is
tailing
really
missions.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the problem.
Okay,
It was
but
actually
listen,
so
look-
bad, by the way. It was actually so bad, by the way, that they essentially neutered the tailing missions in fucking Syndicate and Unity, and then they just stopped putting them in after that.
Yeah.
I like
I mean,
Syndicate.
I think there's a place for them. I did not like Syndicate. I thought it was.
I like the setting of Syndicate. I think the grappling hook broke the game.
Wait, you think what?
I like the setting of Syndicate. I think the grappling hook ruined the game.
Yeah, the grappling hook definitely ruined it. I mean,
Even if they had just had a cooldown or had a limit on the height, it could fucking pull you too.
yeah.
Like maybe like you could shoot it up and you could go up like maybe 15 feet, and then you'd have to climb. Like
Yeah,
it could be a quick escape from combat. Like if you want to just get out of the combat scenario really fast, you could just fire it off. You could pull up to the side of the building and then just scramble up.
Yeah. I mean, climbing and parkour was the original basis of the first game because it was a Prince of Persia spinoff.
Also,
You
the
can't-
other massive problem with Syndicate was they neutered Unity's parkour system.
Yeah, well, I think because of the system, I think because of the engine was under so much pressure, I think they thought that maybe the parkour system was a little bit too.
The thing that made
sophisticated.
Unity's frame rate fucking hit the fucking floor was the NPC count.
Yeah, but I felt like they had to do that because it was Paris.
Yeah, but
Like,
London
Paris
would
was
be
super
London.
metropolitan.
Yeah, so is London. There should be fucking hundreds of fucking horse and carriage on the streets. Like there's
I mean,
like a
there
couple
was-
dozen. There's like a couple dozen, and Syndicate still has a decent NPC count in some areas, but it's not like Unity.
I've only briefly played Unity, but when I did play it, it was still pretty unplayable. So
Yeah, if you have a half decent PC or one of the modern game systems, I definitely recommend giving it another try. And if
Okay.
you have a Xbox Series system, PlayStation doesn't have this, but if you have an Xbox Series system, you can play it at 60 FPS.
it's pretty solid.
And yes, it actually runs it at that. Like it doesn't struggle at all. Which
Really
I would hope it wouldn't, considering it's like fucking 12 times stronger than a fucking PS4.
So I know I heard you talk about what was it, fucking Origins earlier. This is gonna sound awful, but I really enjoyed Origins, but I only just played it like 6 months ago because I ended up completely skipping it.
Better late than never, man.
Yeah, and what happened was my wife bought me Assassin's Creed Odyssey when we were in high school, and I played it and couldn't finish it because it was really long-winded, but it was enjoyable. But like I
Yeah,
said,
that's
I
the
was
other
kind
reason
of long-
This is the other thing Origins has over Valhalla, because I still consider Valhalla better than Odyssey.
Oh
right?
shit, Tyler! I forgot to give you all the copies of Madden and shit you left at my house. I still have
Sorry,
those.
Paul.
Your old Maddens. It's good.
But
I will
but
fly
this-
to Hawaii with them and bring them
But
to
I'll
you.
just finish this. I'll finish this line of thought before we lose it. The reason I like Origins the most is because it's actually completable in a week.
Yeah, I grinded the shit out of it and was done in 2.5 weeks, and that was still with the normal duty day for the.
The first time I played through it, I beat it in 4 days.
But the thing is you can really get stuck into the story, and it will suck you in and never let you go. Like, because the story is actually fantastic.
It's decent. I wouldn't say it's the best one that AC's had.
I mean, no, it's definitely not the best one. I still think Black Flag is just
Give me a
god
second.
tier.
You didn't hear me, right?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. I was making sure the mute worked.
Oh my god. Apparently, Stephen Moffat is trying to get,
I thought he wasn't even involved anymore
Stephen
in
Moffat.
Doctor Who.
Not Doctor Who.
No, what's he doing?
He's trying to beg Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman to come back to Sherlock. Do a 5th season of that garbage.
Please no.
I don't want it. Tyler, did you ever watch Sherlock?
Season
No.
3 is when it started going downhill.
Okay, I will argue it was never good. I'm gonna be honest.
So
it
I
was
heard,
never good.
I heard Elementary is just a better version.
Elementary
first two seasons-
is a banger of a show if you like crime scene, if you like NCIS and stuff. It's I mean, it has the Asian chick from Kill Bill Part 1.
That's trash.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they made Watson an Asian chick. in
Yeah,
that show.
yeah,
I
but
just
no.
remember.
But no, I really like Elementary. It's fun. It's fun, and it has actual mysteries that you can solve. Unlike Sherlock, where Sherlock Holmes is a wizard who sees things the audience doesn't get to see.
Yeah, but that's how the books are written, though.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
To some extent, it depends. Sometimes Arthur Conan Doyle is really hit or miss. Sometimes Holmes lays out the evidence, right? Like he'll see things, and that's what Watson was there for. He was there to explain things to Watson. Oh, I see this, this, and this, and you can piece it together from that evidence. And occasionally in some of the short stories, it's just
Yeah, Watson is the audience self-insert.
yeah. But like in the show, it's Holmes makes astounding leaps in logic. Like he must be left-handed because the way he buttered his toast. I'm not even fucking joking. Or there's a man in the middle of a field. A car backfires. He's dead. Holmes, without solving the mystery, just thinks about it, hearing the scenario. What do you think the answer is? I'm serious. That's a serious question.
No, go on.
Yeah. A boomerang. He throws a boomerang and it comes back. He gets distracted, hits him in the head, and he dies. Yeah, it's a terrible show. It's a terrible show with amazing editing, right? Like, the editing of that show is what makes it entertaining. Because you...
Okay.
Also, Cumberbatch is just a good show. If the writing was actually good, then it would be fucking top tier.
Yeah. It's a show that the character... Watching Sherlock Holmes and Watson interact is funny until about season 3 where it stops being funny. And it's clear they're just trying to queer bait them with, like, Tumblr bullshit. Because that was also feeding the show. I'm not even joking, right? It's all just like, oh, they might be gay. Wink, wink.
What are you talking about? Season 3 is when they gave fucking Watson a wife randomly.
Yeah, I know.
He's apparently some secret agent or some fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, Watson's wife is just a secret assassin.
Fringe. So,
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Joes. What have you guys watched?
Skyrim stream, by the way.
Oh, I'm just sitting in a tavern talking now. This is fun. Say again, Tyler?
Did you guys watch Enola Holmes on Netflix?
No.
I hate how they keep doing my boy Henry Cavill like this.
No, but I'm gonna be real with you. Henry Cavill looked way too thick to be fucking Sherlock.
Look, no. You're 100% correct. However, he doesn't do much in the first movie, but in the second movie, he actually gets to engage as Sherlock Holmes, and it's great. But yeah, Henry Cavill is way too slow. And off the back of that, I'm still very disappointed in the screenwriting for The Witcher and them pushing Henry Cavill out because he had too many.
Speaking of which, do you think he's gonna play the God Emperor or Gilliman or something like that?
Talking about for Warhammer?
Yeah, because he's doing a project for Amazon. He's leading it.
Look, I hope. Well, I mean, he's a huge Warhammer guy. I hope he's not the God Emperor because the God Emperor is a complete fucking cuck. I hate that role.
Well, I think if they're gonna do it in like the actual modern 41st millennium, then he's probably gonna play either one of the Primarchs or just a main character Space Marine who you see the point of view from.
He might or fuck a Space Marine. Let's get Commissar Kane. Give me my Commissar Kane show.
Oh fuck. I feel like that'd be too. Hold on. I feel like that'd be too niche for an audience only just them getting introduced to this.
No. You get all this.
This would be the first mainstream.
So Commissar Kane, right, is this character who his whole thing is he keeps politically maneuvering, right, but he's also a massive coward, so he just keeps failing upward. It's incredible. And there's a massive series of books to pull information and stuff from.
I don't think I got to that part of the Adeptus Ridiculous yet. That's where I'm getting a lot of my fucking lore from.
You need to link me to that, because I've been trying to
By
watch
the
it
way,
for like
good,
2 years.
By the
now.
way, good podcast. It's just the name. Just type it in.
Wait, what is it?
It's Adeptus Ridiculous.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube and Spotify. It's been going for like 2.5, 3 years now, I think.
Yeah, you told me about it, and I was like, ooh.
Oh.
I just found it. I couldn't remember the name of it for fucking ever, and then I forgot about it, and then you mentioned it finally, and I'm like, oh, finally, something to listen to at work. But no, Caiaphas Cain is a great character.
They probably talked about it. I'm pretty far back.
He's
and
he's also boning a female inquisitor at and like it's all a retrospective on his works. It's a solid series of books. Also, has
Because a lot
Yahtzee...
of their early podcasts is just explaining like the main legions and stuff. And then they slowly branch out to the Xeno shit and other stuff and other lore shit, and and I think as it goes on, they're branching out to the more of the niche shit.
Speaking of good books, you know Yahtzee, the guy who does game reviews?
I've heard of him. I've never watched him.
Oh, well, he's written some amazing books. I fucking love his
official?
books. Yeah, like they're audible. Cool. Yeah. I highly recommend We'll Save the Galaxy for Food. It's it's set in a world where like you had this age of like pulpy 50s space adventures with star pilots and shit.
Oh, okay, it's not related to Warhammer. I thought the way you said it.
No.
Like
Sorry, I'm going on a tangent because I'm obsessed with these fucking books, and I'm waiting for the third one to come out. So it's set in a world where like you've had the pulpy star pilots and stuff.
I just noticed that reef is clipping into the wall.
Yeah.
Look up in the corner near the ceiling. When it spins. There's just a reef clipping through that fucking wall.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's like this world where star pilots were like these bold heroes that saved tons of planets and stuff. And then someone invents Star Trek transporters. And now they're all out of work.
Mammal.
And then
it's literally like the trucker revolution.
It absolutely is. So now they all sit around on New Ritzico City on the moon with their fucking signs like, "We'll give you a space tour." and they all fucking hate this guy named Jacques Miquon, who has stolen all their stories and turned into the books about himself.
Oh, dude.
So then
he's literally Gilderoy Lockhart from Potter.
Yeah. So then, the main character gets contracted to be Jacques Miquon for this, uber rich mob boss for his son's birthday as a present, and it's fucking insane, and I love it. And also, the audiobooks are read by Yahtzee, and they're solid. That's the way to experience them, is to get them on Audible and listen to them. Yeah. They're really good. They're super fun. And then he has Differently Morphous and Existentially Challenged, which is his Harry Potter style books, where you have a secret agency covering up magic and stuff. Except then it gets out to the public, and now the British government, in typical British fashion, has to make a department of the arcane. And it's a solid.
So
comedy.
it's basically the statute of secrecy fails and everyone finds out.
Yes.
That's fucking great.
Oh yeah, it's solid. It's really good.
How has no one done this as a TV show or a movie?
What that book?
This concept.
I don't know. But it's a solid...
it's that would be a good fucking what if fucking Vampire the Masquerade game.
Yeah. I mean it's really fucking funny.
Like a War for Survival.
Cause you have the the day in the life of a true Brexit geezer, right? You have those guys as monster hunters showing up, and it's like he's got his shithead son. He's like, Dad, I don't want to hunt monsters. I just want to play video games. This is lame.
Take the lad to football.
Yeah, take George down to footy. Tom would be fucking screaming. He gets so upset when I make fun of Britain.
Oh man,
Why?
fucking Sargo sounded really fucking like salty about Argentina winning the World Cup.
Why?
Oh, because he still shits on them about the war in the Falklands.
Yeah, it's because historical beef.
Yeah, he's like, it was the best thing ever. Britain, it was the last great thing Britain did. We showed up, we fucked their shit, and we left.
No, they're still there. They got like 40 guys.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be a hell of a place to visit. I want to go.
Well, look. All I'm gonna say
is, man, I wish the British Empire didn't dissolve.
That's what my old commander would say. Like, my old commander is a fucking, like, weird Irish-Italian guy who was, like, in seminary to be a Catholic priest and then decided...
Oh, I'm saying that because I would still be in the British Empire.
You would?
Yeah, and I'm saying if they kept the culture from that time period. I mean.
Yeah, it's kind of funny your government is getting closer to just the Futurama suicide booths.
Unironically, yes.
Oh, gee, honestly, Canada's government makes me sad.
Yeah, it makes me depressed because I live here.
Can't get a wheelchair ramp installed as a wounded veteran and Paralympian? Have you considered just fucking killing yourself?
I don't know, man. Like, I feel really bad for Canadians, especially for like the really conservative ones. I guess
Thanks,
I
homie.
would like yourself, and then like essentially the prairie provinces and Alberta. Like, I feel really bad for them, just because like there's so much potential for Canada. Like you said, like why isn't it more populated? But I feel like a lot of the policy making is very anti-business, shitty for the economy, and it's
Well, I think
placating to
the answer to
Euro-
the population is probably because we just didn't get that manifest destiny expansionist attitude you guys had in the 1800s, which is what obviously led to your population explosion.
Yeah, but also, like I said, I feel like some of the economic factors for having the style of government that you guys have and some of the policies, like kneecapping Alberta's oil, is a fucking terrible decision in the name of fucking net zero. Like, Trudeau is a fucking idiot. And he's entire.
Oh, yeah, Peterson straight up said, like, there'd be no way in hell he'd get elected if he was ugly.
Well, the reason Peterson says that is because he's from fucking Alberta, so I mean, that makes sense, but...
Yeah.
But
I
like,
also understand where Peterson is coming from when it comes to the whole no one should be anonymous thing. He's speaking more of a psychologist unless he's a political figure. Because it makes sense from that perspective.
Well, he's saying that because he feels like everybody should have a true responsibility for the things that they say, and that would be better for societal cohesion.
Yeah, well, yeah, because well,
It's true in a functioning society. Too bad we're not in a functioning society where people will use your identity to get you fucking canceled.
yeah, exactly.
So sorry,
Okay,
sorry, Jordan. Don't agree. Fuck off.
half the time on the internet when they're calling for cancellation, it usually starts with some fucking burner account. And I remember Jordan mainly bitches about trolls. Like, when he talks about stuff, he mainly talks about people on the internet with, saying really harmful shit in comment sections. And I don't really give a fuck about
It's just when he says blanket shit like, "Oh, everyone should not be anonymous."
Well, it's one of those things where when he's saying that, it's like people's worst natures come out when they don't have to accept responsibility for any of it. Like,
No, I get that. I agree. But the problem is when we live in a world where people who have responsible attitudes and fucking good opinions about the world are suppressed by the fucking government because they don't agree with that.
well, the other part of it too is he speaking as?
And I live in a country where I'll get arrested if I say certain things.
Twitter
online.
is a
Friendly
bad
reminder.
Twitter is a bad platform for social discourse, even though it's the primary one used.
No, but that's the thing. Even though Elon's made free speech an actual thing on Twitter again, I don't have free speech. I don't live in America.
Bro, I live
Yeah,
in
your speech
America.
laws are garbage.
Bro, I live in America. We don't have free speech either. I don't know what crack you're smoking.
You won't get arrested for it. You'll just get fucking canceled by a bunch of losers on the internet. Which is one of the reasons why Elon doing that was a good thing.
Listen, if I drop the spicy memes, the CIA will come after me.
I mean, look, the weird thing, and I feel like
I can't talk about it because we're live streaming, but like there are a few phrases that I can say where
sure.
I mean,
You finna fuck around and get Patriot Acted, bro.
no shit. No shit. For legal reasons. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to pull the old for legal reasons, that's a joke, you know?
Yeah, but I live in a country where if I acknowledge who Elliot Page was before the thing, then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I don't think laws on speech are retarded as fuck. To be honest, like,
Which is funny because they were from a, like, from a fucking town that's only, like a 5-hour drive from where I live.
Yeah, that's a no-go. My problem with it is if you want to regulate human behavior, government is not actually for that, like, at all.
That's what religion's
It's
for.
societal pressure.
That is what culture and your fucking neighbors are for.
I was gonna say that.
Societal pressure. For
I was
sure.
gonna say that's what religion is for.
Well, yeah,
Well,
societal pressure. If like, I don't always like to just fall back on the religion argument.
Well, you know,
Well, I mean, through the course of time, it usually is like religious or spiritual values that later develop a cultural understanding. So even when the religion falls away, it's still there. Like that's.
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
the
reason.
framework for society may have came out of that, but I feel like you can still keep these values without believing in some like deity.
Mm,
It's not like
I'd rather not get into this because you already made your opinion clear.
Mm-hmm.
Say again.
Yeah, I said
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely down to the problem is that we have now is our societal institutions are breaking down, and now the government feels the need to fucking step in, but the government is just gonna make it worse.
Yep.
Like our
Bruh. Okay,
No.
God, Zane.
yeah, I just looked up and see you crushing this fucking hunter, this fisher, whatever the fuck. Poor
It was just
fisherman.
like fuck it.
I mean, I'm just dicking around.
Yeah, I find it very sad about the collapse of the social institutions. Like, I feel really, really sad about, like, I mean, we can talk about the collapse of religion. Like, we don't have to talk about religion, but like that being a bedrock for a lot of communities, with that no longer being a thing, people know where to turn to.
I'm not saying I want it to go away. As long as you're not like fucking hurting people, you can believe whatever the fuck you want. As long as it
Sure.
doesn't harm people, right? Like as
Yeah.
long as you're not forcing your ideology on people, I don't give a shit. I'm not one of
Yeah,
those
that's-
anti-theists who are like, that person believes in something. I can't let that exist.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were like a Hitchens guy, and you're like all religion evil.
Nah, like I understand how it builds society and shit. I'm not discounting that, and it has its place in its place in our culture. But I don't think like you have to inherently be a follower of it to accept some of the morals.
Let me hit you with the atheistic argument for religion.
Hmm?
Just to get your response. So you know how most people are really fucking stupid, right?
Yes.
Okay. So would it not be better if the majority of society accepted religious traditions in line with more Christianity and conservative values to follow upon traditions such as the family unit, than accepting the new religion that has become the woke nonsense?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd definitely rather that over whatever this cancer that the 21st century has introduced is.
Well, I'd have to say we've got about 20 more years of that. You know, based on
Yeah.
the.
That's what I tell
the
my
great-
mom because she's like boomer conservative, where it's kind of like, halfway, like, you know, it's half-hearted, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I just tell you this all the time, it's like, you're going into your 60s, you don't have to live with this for much longer. I got the rest of my life in this world.
Yeah.
Also,
that's rough. That's why all of our lawmakers, especially in the United States, being fucking old people. is
Like,
very
you got to experience the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't.
Yeah. I would say the vast majority of our life has just been strife and panic and worldwide.
well, you know,
destruction.
the fuck thing is, I grew up in the end of history, and then it suddenly stopped being the end of history, very quickly, and like that was a weird change. Like,
What do you mean, the end of history?
I mean, like there wasn't a lot going on. Yeah, we had the wars in the Middle East, and 9/11 had happened, and like we were doing all that shit, but it didn't really matter to my life. In a fucked way.
Well, yeah,
Like,
you wouldn't have started seeing the effects until, like, the mid-2000s when they implemented all the fucking the post-9/11 laws.
yeah, but like, you know, it's like, listen, man, I had the option if I wanted to just fucking eat pizza, take a vacation once a year.
Yeah,
All
the
that
early
stuff.
2000s were still kind of chill.
Like,
It's really the 2010s when this bullshit really kicked in.
like I could have just been fucking like dicking
And like,
around.
I'll feel a
ultimately.
little happy that I managed to get to my teens before this shit really kicked in.
But
Like, man, imagine being a kid in school today.
oh, I know.
Oh, I talked to my buddy about this. His kids are in fucking middle school, like late middle school, early high school, and some of the shit he tells me that his kids are coming home and repeating and saying and stuff, like
Yeah,
mainly
I have
around like critical race theory and like.
I have a
intersectional
nephew
thought.
that's 2.5, and I'm just so fucking worried about the shit there. Are you homeschooling your kid, by the way? Have you decided?
Me?
Like, how you're dealing with that? Yeah.
No, I'm so far we've had him in private education and we'll continue to do so as long as him.
How old's your kid?
He's about a year and a half.
Okay. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering. Like, how are you planning on dealing with that? Because if I was a parent right now, I would not put my kid in the public school system.
No, the public school system failed me and it's only gotten
Especially in
worse.
Canada, man.
Oh yeah, 100%. Do you guys have fully state sponsored? Do you guys have private options there?
For the thirsty.
Yeah, we have, I think we have charter schools and stuff like that. Remember, we are an offshoot of the British, and private schools are really big in England.
Well, no, yeah, I get that, but I know your government's fairly like Lib Dem, so
Yeah.
Lib Dem,
But we would still have holdovers from, like, before it was like that. Because, like, we were an arm of the British Empire, so obviously we would have been more conservative, like, 60 or 70 years ago.
That's fair. I'm sure you have like some version of like Eton College, like somewhere in Ottawa or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish America had institutions like that. All of our shit was created by Quakers, and that shit's
What?
fucking heated up in the Northeast. It was either Quakers or the Puritans. Pretty sure it's Puritans. They made all the Ivy League universities to protect their religious thought. That's originally why they were all created.
Okay,
So
fair
I
enough.
guess,
Oh, I just said fair enough.
yeah, I mean, you got to think those are the most storied institutions here in the States, and it was created by like a fanatical religious sect that thought that Anglicanism was too Catholic, and they all came to America and were like, yeah, we have a problem with this, so we're going to embed our ideals in the entire Northeast, and all those colleges were created off of that. But even for my historical mind, like that's not old enough
And
or
aren't those fucking, like, are those colleges now all corrupted with the shit anyways?
yeah, they're all fucked. Honestly, almost all colleges here in the United States are completely infiltrated by CRT type shit. Like there is no
Oh,
untouched
Tyler, did I ever
storied
tell
Asian
you
university.
that one of the
See,
things
this is
we
the
got
thing that makes me
offered in high
hopeful about my
school?
generation. Is, like, a lot of almost everyone I talk to online, like, almost at least, everyone I talk to online from my age group, like, you know, from, like, the range of your guys' age to me, like, thinks like this. So that's what makes me, like, you know, like, early 20s to late 20s, a lot of the people I know online, like, think the way we do. So that kind of makes me kind of hopeful for the future when our generation starts taking the reins in, like, 15 years. It sucks that we have to wait that long, though, that's the problem, right? We like
That'll be middle age
like
by
pe-
then.
it's only like people in their like late 30s, early 40s who start getting in the reins on the country, right? So
Mhm.
like that's how long we gotta wait until this culture starts flipping back. Hopefully, like for the pendulum
Yeah.
to swing back.
Yeah, but by that point, we'll be in our third Great Awakening here in the United States. The 40s is notorious for that kind of shit. So
It happens
20
literally every
2040, here we come.
literally every time, every 100 years in the 40s since
Well, yeah,
America
it
was
always
founded.
happens. Pandemic, recession, strife, war.
Religious awakening, pow. But even with your train of thought with religion and everything, it'll bring like a massive influx of conservative values back to the fore.
Yeah, I'm not saying it can't exist. I'm just saying like people like me can exist in this conservative framework. And that's the problem I have with like the people who always go down this line of you have to be like a hardcore religious zealot to be like
Oh no, that wasn't
right
that
wing.
wasn't even a stripe
No, I'm
about
not
your
saying
opinion.
yeah, I'm not saying you. I'm saying there are people who have this line of thought, and it always fucking gets under my skin.
Yeah, but my problem with that is that's usually like Prots or like Catholics that are just like way too
No, I
into
find
it.
even Sargon like they get into this too much.
Well, that's because
Like they
Sargon is a product.
Isn't
Isn't
Sargon still-
he is still an atheist?
Yeah, he's like the one of the only ones in his group though. That's the funny thing. Like he has a
Yeah,
podcast,
but they're not
right?
orthodox either. They're like
Yeah, they're
Anglicans.
what do you call it? Yeah, they're
Anglicans.
fucking
So they're
what's
Prots.
the word? Protestants. Yeah.
Yeah, Protestantism is cringe.
I wouldn't have a problem with it if they wouldn't fucking bang on about it every fucking episode now. I find it's like they always end up going down this rabbit hole where they're just
Well,
like
that's because the framework of the ideas that Sargon has been rooting off of, which is like true traditionalism and tradition being like a basis of everything, is founded within religious ideas. So it's hard not to. Like when you
Yeah,
break
have
down
to,
to
you have to
tradition.
mention it visible.
When you are parroting this idea about tradition and stuff, you ultimately have to like get into the ultimate tradition and the first tradition where it all kind of roots from, which is Christianity.
Yeah, at least in a Western idea. I mean, if you want to be an Arab and talk about your polytheistic pantheon and how great your period was as a fucking desert nomad, I mean, you can, but I mean, is it really that great?
Yeah, but you're just gonna sit there and be like, listen here, Outlander. I was dining on fine Kwarma eggs before.
Yeah.
Like,
If it-
you're just gonna be a coping and seething fucking, coping and seething dark elf.
speaking of which, did you actually notice my my avatar?
Yeah.
Is it fucking Vivek?
No, this is I wanted to find a version of that pose with like a Vivek edit, but I couldn't, unfortunately.
Well, that's fucking Jew, isn't it?
I think it might be, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the scar over his eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking Mr. Cliff Racer. Alright, boys, I actually gotta hop off. I gotta go to sleep.
Oh, okay. See, it was cool finally talking to you. I've heard about you for a long time.
Yeah, you as well. Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, nice, Zane.
See you, bro.
I'm probably gonna head off soon too, because
Yeah.
my mom wants to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream as well.
Cool beans.
Back at the plantation as usual.
See ya, dude.